Degrees and Chuck T's, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 4, Degrees and Chuck T's. Everybody make some noise. We got a lot of special guests in the building. Yeah, make sure you turn your phones down like me. You want to hear yourself. So we're just going to get right into it. To my left, we have fellow comedian and friend, the other CJ. In the middle, we got John, who we've known for a long time. We just call him our little brother. We'll get to what he's got going on a little bit later. And we got a very, very special guest. Well, he's been on the show, this is your fourth time? Yeah. James C. Lewis, photographer, artist extraordinaire. And then I'm your girl, CJ Gray.
I'm KB. Hey, y'all.
So we got we're going to say just different podcast today. So we're going to go over, we got some stuff for This Week in Black. And then we've also are going to go into our Grammy nominations. Grammys, they happen this coming Sunday. We don't know a lot of the people, but we're going to take a stab at it. We're going to see. I think it was a very weird year for music. But we're going to get right into it. KB, what do we have for This Week in Black?
So, sorry, I'm making sure that my volume is down. All right, there we go. So, we are going to start with January 20th, 1992. This has been declared the National Good Day Day. This is the day where, I forgot the guy's name, he basically pinpointed the day of, Ice Cube's song, It Was a Good Day.
So when it came out?
No, not when it came out. The day of It Was a Good Day.
That's the day it came out?
No.
What is it? I was
No. Okay, so, it was a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Ice Cube rapped about how fabulous his day was. He got head from Kim.
Right.
Like, it was like all of that. So, it was pinpointed to be January 20th.
In the song?
1992.
In the song?
Yes.
Interesting.
That was the good day.
So who made that up? Him or Q?
No, it was a guy. I forgot his name. I didn't write it down because I didn't know y'all was going to ask me that.
Sorry.
I just want to know who made it up to say it was a good day.
It was a guy. Forgot his name.
Okay.
But he pretty much pinpointed it because it was the only day where Yo MTV Raps was on air. It was a clear and smogless day. Beepers were commercially sold. The Lakers beat the Supersonics. Which
That's what he said in the song. And the Lakers beat the Supersonics.
That used to happen a lot, though,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
Supersonics were
And then Ice Cube
scrubs.
had no events to attend to where he could do all of this stuff.
Oh, okay. I kind of see where he's going.
That's good reporting right there.
Okay, that's pretty smart.
That's quality reporting.
Everything just went on for all of us. Like,
Yes. So
okay, so he did his research, and that was the particular day.
That was
that
that
it's a
day.
good
So
day.
that's a holiday now. We should make it a holiday.
So
Yes.
it's officially a good day.
National Good Day Day.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Somebody gonna have a
That
bad
shit ain't gonna
day.
catch on. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry
We
about
should make that a thing next year if we remember.
So what do we have next?
We also have January 22nd, 2003, The Chappell Show aired debut
Chappell
on
Show.
Comedy Central.
That was my shit.
I'm rich, bitch!
I ain't like that the Snickers shit when he
Oh.
ate the shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't with that.
Yeah.
What was like the
it. We did
dude?
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was a
It was the
Snickers.
dookie.
We talked about the word dookie. That's nasty.
I
That
mean,
is a nasty word.
it's nasty. It's a nasty thing.
That's what it looked like.
But it didn't look like.
Like how we
I
talked
just said
about
we
that
said
earlier.
boo-boo. It looked like boo-boo.
Yeah, but we talked
What
about
is
that
the
earlier.
difference?
Boo-boo or doo-doo.
We talked about that earlier. That's
But
Oh,
not
yeah.
dookie.
That's why I
Dookie
said
is
dookie.
nasty.
You got these isms about you.
All
But
right.
the Chappelle Show, I think Dave Chappelle, who's one of my favorite comedians, he was way ahead of his time.
Agreed.
He needed to come out like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Like everybody just wasn't ready for his real. Like there's some stuff.
He came
You are
out
so
Chappell
right.
Show.
I don't think so. No,
It-
she's
it's-
right.
Chappell
It's-
Show.
It's a more of a cancel culture right now. The stuff he was doing back then, the nigga skit,
That's 2013. If it's 10
That
years
was
later,
2003.
we say 10 years later, it wouldn't be today. I think he was just
They
too
say
early.
bitch on the damn TV now.
No, they say everything.
They say on
They say
cartoons.
everything.
No, they say
They say a
they
lot of
say
stuff
F
now.
and shit and
Yeah.
bitch and
But I
goddamn.
I hear what you're saying though, because it is very sensitive to like the topics that he did do. Like,
Oh yeah, he was very.
if he got boycotted in this time, he would get canceled. But I think
That is true.
he got a big enough name. It would have been able. I agree. I think he was early.
I think it was just a tad there.
Because even watching it back then, I thought it was real raw. Like it was like, oh shit.
Nothing
like,
moved in my household when that came on. They came on, don't talk to me, don't do nothing. Yo, I'm watching it. And that was it.
What?
Chappelle was the show, man.
What happened?
I have to disagree.
Uh-oh.
I personally think that it was right on time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was right on time. I don't think that he was ahead of his time because it was one of those things where he was speaking a lot of stuff that opened doors for people to be free to speak the stuff that they speak now.
Okay.
So
That's
I
what I'm saying.
definitely
He was like a
see-
pioneer.
He was a pioneer.
He was a
So
speech
he
pioneer.
he kicked open the door. So now you have what is it? Peel and
Can Peel?
Yeah.
When that
See,
baby come
all
through.
these-
But
good
they
shit.
stole his act though.
But the point,
They Key and Peele
but the
stole
point,
his act.
the
I
point
don't
I'm
think
making
so.
is he opened the door to
He
make
said
it
it himself.
easier
He
for this
said
stuff
it.
to be
He said it
said.
himself.
I think they continued it. I don't think they stole it
They stole.
because he stopped it.
How?
He stopped making the show. What do you mean?
But that don't mean you pick it
He
up
walked
and do
away
the.
because they was
You
taking
can
away
pick
the
it up. People
integrity
do
of
that
the
with
show.
music. I mean, we do that all the time. We pick up where the last person left off. It's artistry.
Right, but you can't pick up with my whole show. Like you can't pick up with.
It's
like,
not that. Was it
in
verbatim?
living color. You can't pick up with the Cosby Show. Like those things are so like.
If we came out with a newer generation and didn't call it the Cosby Show, but it was a black man in a house that everybody
It's
looked
black.
up
It's just a
to.
new Cosby
What-
show to me.
So what's wrong with that though?
Right, but
Two
when somebody
successful
says
black
you stole my
With
shit,
kids,
I
they got
think it's fair
multiple
to say
5
that
kids. It's not a
he
coincidence.
stole it. I'm just saying. I agree with him. He said they stole it. I say, Mama David Clay, I'm gonna call him Clay. That's all I'm saying.
I just feel like they took it to the. They just picked up where he left off.
They definitely didn't take it to another level.
I wouldn't say that.
Corny.
I mean, it was a little smoother.
Okay. What else we
All
got?
right, so we also have January 25th, 1980. The BET network was launched by Robert L. Johnson, who became America's first black billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
It started out as a channel that ran for 2 hours in
Dang,
select
really?
cities on the East Coast.
Wow.
He started it with a $15,000 loan and $500K in investment from John Malone. And they started to turn a profit in the mid-80s.
That's what's up.
Wow, so they turned a profit
In the
in the
mid-80s. So it
mid-80s.
took, it
like
took
5
a hit.
years.
Yeah, it took a hit for a couple of years.
Video sold was in my strike.
Video,
Yeah.
Donnie Simpson.
Johnny,
Mhm.
Sherry, what was
Some national show
Sherry?
videos.
What was her name?
Sherry
Carter?
Shepherd.
Sherry Shepherd.
Yep.
And then what was the?
No, wait a minute.
Jamaican
That's the
lady?
comedian.
that's the
Sherry Shepherd is
comedian.
the fat
That's
comedian.
the comedian.
What's your
Sherry-
fat comedian?
I'm sorry.
Damn it.
Okay, her name
The
was Sherry.
stout comedian,
Sherry
I'm
thing.
sorry.
Carter, right?
Is it?
Might be Carter.
I think it was
I don't
Carter.
know.
Sherry song.
Sherry something.
I don't know.
And then what?
Because
Because
She's
you
from
weren't
with
even
the,
born yet.
sir.
Yeah, you know, teen
She spoke with the
summer.
face. Yeah, they had teens.
In unison, huh? In
The
unison.
Nanda.
Rap City. I mean,
Yeah, rap. Yeah.
Ananda. That's
City,
right.
yep.
I mean,
The
even
basement
with
with Tigger, yep. All that
B-
stuff.
BT has taken such a nosedive.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
It's
it's
not
terrible.
even
Oh
when
god.
it
Show no
used to.
videos.
Do y'all remember they used to show the Michael Jackson cartoons? Do y'all remember that? Okay. See, I had cable when everybody
We'll
didn't have
see.
cable.
Yeah,
So.
remember we. I
Okay,
had
never
cable.
mind. Sorry.
Consistent.
See, that's when BT
From
was
time to
was
time.
a like a HBO premium,
Yeah.
and they showed Michael Jackson cartoons. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was just bait. He was trying to get the kids. That's all. It was.
Well, I mean, but it was such a great show.
CJ.
Get him a cartoon.
I think BT
Other
went,
one.
They're getting me.
they went down ever since they changed the 106 and Park people. Ever since then.
Since Free and AJ left.
Yeah.
It's never been the
yeah,
same.
yeah.
It
They
started
could
that
never
started
recover.
the decline.
Yeah.
They could never recover after that
I
because
get
they
it.
were.
They pissed us off.
Yeah.
But did you know that AJ's locks was a wig?
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel
Wow.
betrayed.
I had no idea.
Oh, sure.
yeah. Like, go look that up. I found that out about a
He's
year
Steve
ago.
Harvey does, huh?
Yeah, he did.
I
He
didn't know
did.
that.
You mean them ugly
The braid
Tra-
with the lock?
predator
Wow.
locks
Exactly.
were fake? Did that on purpose?
That was one of the first
Full locks.
lace fronts.
Stop
Because it
it.
actually, you know, went on like
When-
a little lace and yeah.
But why did he have to? I had.
See, the
No, the
my
first
problem
lace
with
fronts
the,
was Michael.
my
Michael was
problem
wearing
with the
lace
thing
fronts
is,
before we knew.
why
it.
did they decide that would be his image?
Somebody,
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Somebody.
Somebody had a thought that said, "Hey, people are going to relate
They
more
felt
to
it was
you."
nice. It
They
kind of
felt it
gave
was
like an
hip-hop.
urban feel. But
Right.
you know, when he went out in regular world, he didn't want that. So, you know, he had a nice low cut.
Oh yeah, no. When he went to like
That's whack.
Entertainment Tonight, he had a low cut. Like,
Yeah.
like why do you feel like to
That's
be
whack.
black
But
you
he-
need to dreads?
That's
But he
why.
always had
That's
that low
why.
cut.
That's why.
But you know, I think it just plays him in stereotypes. You know what I'm
It
saying?
really did.
That's
like,
why.
how come
That's
you
why I
can't be
think it's
yourself?
whack. It's whack. That's why I think exactly it's whack. You capitalizing off of the stereotype too that we trying to get away from. That ain't cool.
I mean, but hell, Housewives of Atlanta.
I mean, we want to go. That's a rabbit
Love
hole.
and hip hop.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know,
rabbit
that's
hole.
just
That's a
ratchetness all the way around.
I mean, that's just the way the times and the way the TV has evolved. But I'm stuck on AJ had on the lace front. I'm sorry.
Scripted reality.
Damn.
I only watched it to see Free booty, so I don't really care. Free was when I was like, please turn around and talk to the boy.
Now,
Yes,
I'm gonna tell you what I used to watch. I used to watch
That's
The
what I'm
Real
here
World. I used to watch The Real
You
World,
know they had BT after that.
and I
Right.
did.
Yeah.
Well, BT After Dark.
Yeah, that's when
Christine,
Nelly got.
go.
That's when
I know
Nelly got
what
caught.
BT After Dark is. I remember
Like, he's
that.
like, I remember.
I remember
yeah, you
that.
remember you
That's
probably
when
beating
Nelly
off
got
to
caught
that.
in
And
the
you
tits
like,
girl.
That ain't none of your business.
he was beating off to BT.
That ain't none of your
in
business.
6th grade.
That ain't your
Get out of
business.
my room, Mom.
My mom didn't come in my room. She knew it was up.
BT Uncut.
She
Yeah,
didn't
that,
come in my room.
I don't know what happened with
Why your
that.
socks crunchy?
Why is that a thing though? Everybody
Yeah.
I never
correlates.
understood the sock thing.
I never understood that. Why
You
is
even
that?
said that on the show about
I don't
socks.
understand the sock thing.
What is it about socks? You just pull it off
You
your
got a
own
good,
foot?
healthy hand. What the hell you doing with a sock? Fucking up all type of socks. You crazy.
That's stupid.
No, a lot of them use socks to catch stuff. But
That's what I said.
I had one catching towel that I just reused
That's
over and
you're
over
nasty.
and over and over.
You are disgusting.
Why would I mess up a bunch of towels? I can just
I
mess
don't
up
want
one.
to know this.
I don't want to know
about
none of this. I
That's
told
also not
y'all
money.
today's
Well, now
podcast.
you
you
my
crunchy
son.
towel under the bed.
It's all crunchy.
These young kids
You
now,
know
they
what
pay
Like
Right.
a potato
They pay
chip.
$30 for one sock, the KD socks. Let me buy you a pair of KD or LeBron socks. You got none in them. Punch you in the face.
No, you gotta be on top of your game. You gotta go buy him some Walmart socks on top of that.
Right.
You gotta
I'll punch you in your
encourage.
face.
You gotta encourage
Wait, I
him using the
wasn't.
bad socks.
No.
Son, these are the cheap socks.
I mean,
and
they
then
still
you
don't wear
wink.
them that socks.
You know, I'll
They'll
get
just
you
get
the right
washed
market
and you
socks.
gonna
We're
wear
gonna
them.
do all that.
Them socks don't get washed and you gonna wear them.
Hell yeah, crunchy as hell.
Crunchy or not.
That's messed up.
Like Lay's potato chips.
Put your crunchy socks on and carry your ass to school.
You said not some KD, like some champion socks, some Jordan socks.
Like you walking at the beach.
That's a millennial shit.
Not walking at the beach.
Bad crunchy. Every time a nigga walk in the room, he hit crunchy sound. Nigga never sneak up on nobody.
Guess what? You have kids around. They be like, I want some crunchy socks. Ain't no crunchy socks.
You know, I would like you to crunchy sock, motherfucker. No.
I heard him coming up the street. Yo, I can't today.
Oh my
That's
We'll
god.
never get. That's good.
No.
Then you have the little kids walking around with the crunchy socks like, I gotta go dookie. But anyway,
Y'all don't understand. we can't. Okay, to give y'all the backstory behind this, me, James, and KB, we all went to lunch before getting here, and we don't know how we started talking about having a number 2 bowel movement.
While y'all was eating?
What we were eating.
no. We had finished the meal.
Oh,
Oh,
But-
but
Like
we were
that
still at
makes
the
a
table.
Still, it was still.
No.
That makes
How
a
it
difference.
started, we said when we were little,
Oh, things we couldn't say.
yeah, we could not say lie. We had to say
Yeah,
tell
tell
a
a
story.
story.
I grew up
Fib
like
or
that.
some
too.
shit.
Yeah, right.
And I was, and I said, I seen a little kid the other day. It was like 5 years old. And was like, Mom, I gotta piss. And I was like, what? Whoa.
Whoa.
Right.
We don't say
How
that.
now, brown cow? You don't say
Right.
that.
We don't say that.
Then we got into the whole thing of, number 2, number 1, this, that, and the third. And then you
Okay.
had, some it's like, oh, I gotta go boo boo. And then, you had
Dookie's my favorite.
certain kids that was just like, hey,
I am a king.
I gotta go Dookie.
I like vulgar
That is
words.
a nasty word.
I like uncomfortable words. That's how I am. I like
Dookie
words that make people
is a
uncomfortable.
horrible.
Whatever that
horrible
word is,
word.
I wanted to say it. If you say vagina, I'll say twat. I like twat. Like people say twat, this shit is incredible. It's
Hey, so
incredible
look,
word.
let me ask
I
you
like
this.
uncomfortable
Okay.
Do you like the
This
word
is
moist?
getting.
I'm okay with
No, I don't like
Do
moist.
you like the word moist?
Yo, I have a gay friend that goes ape shit when you say it. So anytime we argue and go back and forth, I just say moist and ends the conversation. Moist. Oh,
We already
That's
had
it.
these conversations.
That's it.
Moist.
That's why I brought it up.
Because you know I don't like the word. I hate that
And
word.
I know she doesn't like damp.
I don't like the word
What?
because it's damp.
The synonym to moist, why you don't like it?
It's insinuating the same thing.
Because the last show
Moist
we did,
is
I
so
was like, she
disgusting.
was like, oh, I hate moist. I said, well, what about damp? And she just,
Touch my pearls.
Now, damn don't sound good at all, though.
Damp,
I lie. Moist is okay.
but damp.
Nah, we can't do
Damn,
that.
that sounds like
Don't
a
you-
40-year-old,
Don't you ever describe
45-year-old
yourself
woman.
as damn.
I mean, what about soggy?
Those are good words, man.
He likes them.
Just can't be throwing good words away. All right.
This nigga playing, what is it? What is it? Crossword puzzle.
Right, get
Vernacular. Dirty vernacular.
I love she
Dookie, moist. I don't even like the P
Damn it,
word.
yo.
I don't like the P
No,
word.
I hate that word.
Yes. I don't
I
say
hate
What?
that word.
I don't say
No,
it.
that's ridiculous.
As a
That is
comedian,
ridiculous.
I don't even say.
I
I
am
don't
putting
say.
the cap
Emphasize it
on
as a
ridiculous
comedian on
right
stage.
there.
I don't say.
That's a
What do you
beautiful
think about
word.
cunt?
That's
That's
one
another
thing.
good word.
He
So
knows.
you're just supposed to
do
say
you-
vagina.
Do you say that to your girlfriend?
That's too
John?
damn doctorish.
Take this.
We agreed we weren't going to do this. We agreed we weren't going to do
You tell him to get this cock.
this. No, she likes the D word. She likes the D word.
I don't want to
That
know
is
these
so
things
horrible
about
word.
her.
It's not a good
It
word.
is.
It only
I don't
It
describes.
makes you uncomfortable.
Like,
It only describes white men. In my
it then
opinion.
only screwed white boys.
It only
Like,
describes
Once
white
you
men.
start using it, yeah, so.
my cock.
BBC.
Cock.
It don't describe a black man. It just don't.
But it's so
Oh my
what?
God,
I don't
no.
even know. A cock is like a chicken, right? Oh,
The chicken
I
neck.
just got it. Never mind. Oh,
Red
Lord.
rooster.
Really?
The rooster. Yeah, I just.
You went to that. Really?
Yeah, never mind. But I don't like the way it sounded, but I just got where they. That's bestiality, though. Ooh.
Well.
Well, add that to the
Cock
words I don't
fits.
like. Add that to the words I don't like. But dookie is a horrible word.
That's a classic.
That's a project word.
I'm from the project.
Are you from the
That's a
project?
fucking word.
I gotta go take a dookie.
That's it.
You say boo boo.
Who says boo boo?
I do.
No, you get slapped
Like
in the
girls
face.
say that. You ever heard a girl? You had a girl tell you she gotta take a dookie.
No,
You
she
wouldn't
doesn't.
even date her.
No, most women don't even
No, they don't say I
They don't
gotta
get
take
that
it.
information, so
I
it don't
got
even
to.
matter. They don't get all that information.
See, I'm rare. I will tell you.
Well,
but that I go.
I'll be like, shut the fuck up.
You will?
You don't
gonna say
want
I'm gonna take a
so
shit?
you don't like that forward honesty?
I don't need to
Yeah,
know what you're doing.
I don't want that type of honesty.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm that honest.
No.
Don't ever tell me
I'm
that again.
taking number two at the door open.
Because
I'm
now,
cool. I'm okay with that.
You would
if I have plans to have sex with you, now
shower.
shit's fucked up. Then now I gotta think about maybe tissue back there, a
You
little
in the
tissue
shower
paper
and
back
she just
there.
takes
See, my
Hey,
thing is, we
number
don't
two.
have to
I'ma
put
get a
words
whiff.
on it. Like, we don't have to talk about it. I know it's a natural, but yes, I can be in the shower while she taking the shit. That's fine.
I announce it to my
But don't
husband.
be like, I'm in here taking a shit.
Until I
I don't
leave.
care.
I announce it.
don't
I
really care.
announce it, but I'm
I
doing it in
announce it.
private. I need some quiet time.
But I don't close it up.
You don't close the door.
No.
Oh shit.
Be on there with your knees on your hands,
On my
like,
phone.
like a straight dude.
You scrolling through my phone, like your shit, like.
He need to take a picture of your ass. You give me that type of ammo, I'm getting your ass. You gonna be a meme. I swear to God, you gonna be a meme.
Whatever. I don't know. I have something about I have to announce it to my family, and then just do it. Like me and
so
my
they'll leave you alone.
no, the other day the
That's
whole
what kids
family
want
was
you the
talking to
most.
me on the they were
So
all
they want
talking
you the
to
most
me.
when you're on the toilet.
They
That's what
think
happens.
Yeah.
no, the
They
dog,
used to.
my husband, and
The
two
dog.
kids were standing right there, and I'm on the toilet,
My
all
kids have
talking to
learned.
me.
My kids have learned now.
Give me
When mommy's
peace.
in the bathroom,
I was like, I did ask. I said, "Can y'all give me a minute?" Because everybody wanted something, and you gotta ask mommy. But I was on the toilet. No, I keep the door. Everybody, my house, we're weird. We're very. I don't
No,
like.
just
I don't like.
open.
We're very open.
You don't close the door.
No,
She don't close it.
I don't close the door.
Wait.
I don't want to smell a whiff of it too. See, that's too many whiffs.
What is
I'm not even in the mood that day. Like I'm good. That's it. We good. We tap out. You know what? I was about to get in the mood. I'm good.
So if your girl just had a natural bowel movement, you don't want to have sex no more?
I'm good. I
Even
don't.
if she take a bath?
You might be able to get a piss in, but that's about it. I'm not taking you. I like doggy style. I don't want to smell shit from the back.
Yeah, you gotta take a shower.
well then that's her
Wet-
fault because
that's
she
wet
should
wipes.
be
You
clean.
need some wet
Easy,
wipes.
no amount of cleaning to get rid of shit smell. Okay? Not right after.
Nah, she could take a animal.
Not right after.
Do
Yes.
you not know how
What's
we
that?
Yes.
You don't know
get
how
wipes
women clean
and
up.
all that. You
Grease
still
your
gonna have some
ass
lingering
and
smell of shit.
No, I use soap
Squeeze
and
water.
water.
That's how the porn
Yourself
stars
in
do
your
it
butt.
on the
You wash
animal.
yourself out.
Right
Otherwise,
after?
it'll be
Just before you
shit.
about to have sex? Or you just go wash and get a
After
shower?
using
What are
the
we
bathroom.
talking?
So you gonna take a shower?
After
I
using
need
the
that.
Like, you see
bathroom.
some
You gonna take a shower?
women that
No,
have those little
period.
things hanging over their shower
Oh,
heads.
so you walk with a
The
rag?
hose.
You
I
got shit
don't
like
go
that?
at home. I don't go anywhere else but home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, can we have one conversation? Because they're talking about douchebags.
Oh my gosh, I just learned some
He
shit.
just learned what a
Oh my
douchebag is.
God.
No.
Yo, went to
All right, can we hop off of this? Can we hop off
No,
of
he
this?
just told me how they like how the porn stars
Yeah,
be
you
doing
you
the
heard
anal.
about the comedian that when he was little, he said, "Hey man, it's because I made some Kool-Aid in
In a douchebag, yeah.
and then just a drink." So the grandma come in and she's
Like,
like,
what are y'all doing? Anyway.
"Why y'all drinking out of that?" They were like, "We found it in the bathroom like a big straw."
Oh my
That's
god.
nasty.
That's disgusting.
That's nasty.
Oh my god.
Wait, I don't even know.
Can we hop off
How
of
do
this?
We have to hop off of this. Okay.
A hell of a left turn.
Yeah.
We were talking about the Chappell Show. So shout out to Dave Chappelle, one of the comedy greats. Gonna be on Comedy Mount Rushmore. Please,
Oh my
is there
God.
anything else we got to talk about?
So
So we
this,
can get to this Grammy
this is
stuff.
going to transition us to get to the Grammy. So
Okay.
the 24th, whatever day that was, a couple of days ago. Was that yesterday?
I don't know.
I'm so lost.
Yes, it was
I'm so,
yesterday.
thank you. YG was arrested on robbery charges. His house was raided early yesterday morning. His bail is set for $250,000, and it causes a problem because he's supposed to be doing the Grammy tribute to Nipsey Hussle on
So
tomorrow's
is he not
Grammys.
gonna get? So he's not gonna.
He don't got no bail, man? Was
He's
no
still,
bail?
But you know,
he's
you
still
gotta
like
see
that.
a judge. Usually, I mean, it's celebrity.
They
He
can
probably
get
gonna get
around that
around.
shit.
They can get
Why,
around
Jimmy?
it.
No, not all the time. It depends on where you're at. Cause some like to make an example out of your ass.
Yeah, it depends. Did it say where he's locked up?
I didn't see. Listen, no, I didn't look to see where he was.
And he's
But
affiliated with
he's
the
in
blood, so
Cali,
they're not about to
yeah.
treat him like no celebrity. They're about
But it
to
was
treat
his
him like a
house,
gang
yeah.
member. That's what they're about to treat him, because that's the image that he portrays.
And they raided his house.
They raided his
So he's
house.
locked up. Somebody issued a warrant.
Well, you know,
Rated
Nipsey
himself.
Hussle was also getting arrested.
Who?
Who?
Nipsey Hussle.
Right.
Yeah,
We know that.
Yeah, everybody know that.
We know that, but they.
White people didn't cry when he died.
You don't know that. I might have.
Well, he's
don't
doing
know.
all kinds of tributes.
We don't know. But
They're tributing tomorrow. I think
so
they're-
we'll see. Anybody plan on watching the Grammys?
I don't watch the Grammys.
I try to
One
tune
out
in
of
when,
five.
when the black people perform and they get their awards. That's
You know what I watch? I watch recaps like a motherfucker. I'm a recap watcher.
I'll watch it on IG.
I don't like recaps. I need
Yeah,
to
I
watch
don't-
it in real time.
I got tired of just the whole
I watch
song and
people's
dance with all
timelines
of
to know
that.
when to watch it.
That's what I do. There's
Oh,
something.
such performance is great. Okay, time to watch it.
Time to watch
That's
that.
it. I don't want to watch.
I record it though. I
Toby
keep it like
Keith
if I want to go back to
and
it.
fucking
Yeah, I
and,
don't- I'm not inspired to watch
Taylor
it.
Swift and I don't want to see all that shit.
No.
I don't want to see none of them.
Black
We
people.
only get 3 parts of the nomination anyway. I'm gonna sit through 3 hours for 3 motherfuckers that they spread out
for
anyway.
10 minutes.
And then keep showing you the black next coming up, the best album of the year. It might be Jay-Z, they do that so you keep coming back.
You
And then
keep
it'll be
coming
like
back.
17 white categories. No, I'm not watching it.
He's hurt.
Y'all niggas let me know on the timeline when it's time to watch.
Big man.
He
That's
hurt.
it.
He
Best
hurt.
yodeling album goes to like
Right,
what?
right.
Is there how many albums to be
It's-
nominated?
you know, I don't
It's
know.
quite a few, but
Well-
not all of them gets airtime.
No, they don't get airtime. So what we do have, guys, is being that we are a hip hop show or a musical show, we do have the nominees. It just you don't want to say it like this, but black categories.
The ones we care
The
about.
ones we care about. Let's, even though you may not know or may not even have heard of some of these people, just take a wild guess. Okay? So we're going to move into Best Rap Performance. Lord God. So we got Middle Child, J. Cole, Suge the Baby, Down Bad by a slew of people. Dreamville. Racks in the Middle. Okay. Nipsey, Rudy Rich, and Hit Boy, Clout, Offset, and Cardi B. So if y'all had to
Crazy,
get
that
like...
song is hard. I
Now-
know all these songs.
Out of all of them songs, Suge did the biggest damage on the game.
This is performance, so we have to think about
Rap performance.
What do you mean?
It's always confusing, isn't it?
What is
So
that?
on a
this
video?
means like on like a video or live
Well,
even
performance.
so, even so, I'ma still go with Suge.
I'm going with Suge.
I'm going with Suge because
Suge was
unfortunately,
fucking hilarious.
Nipsey, I don't never even.
I'm telling you,
never-
it's not that good of a song. He tripping. He biased.
It's a good
Look,
song,
I ain't
but
know. I ain't
He
know
wearing,
he saw Biggie.
he wearing blue and shit. Like, come on now, he's being biased.
Hey, I like blue.
Mhm.
oh
Yeah,
Lord.
biased.
Okay,
Sound
I'm going
blue
with
to
the
me.
baby. Who got the baby? Everybody. We just gonna
I
say the
just
same
want to
about
say
it.
the baby by default.
The baby.
He
Okay.
just got bitched into
I mean, my
saying
favorite
the
song
baby.
by him is
Oh, wait.
What song?
Bob.
You bitch nothing.
Bob? For the baby, I don't even know what that is.
You don't know Bob?
I don't know about.
Oh man.
I don't know much of any. I'm old. I live in a time machine.
Bob, the video's good. I don't
Yeah.
really like the song, but I like the video because
Oh, I like-
they incorporated the Jabberwockies,
I like
and I
the song.
missed
I
the
love the Jabberwocky.
I missed the
I like the
Jabberwockies.
song.
I absolutely love the Jabberwocky.
And
Missed
I like the beat.
I like it.
He's saying the same thing too much. In this song.
Well, yeah, you like
He
to
always
say,
says the same
you like to
thing.
say
Well,
bitch a lot.
sometimes he'll mix it around. I like the songs where he's mixing it around. If you saying the same
He
thing
say the
too
same
much,
thing, and he mixes it.
But that's what makes a good song is when you are repetitive and then people can join in, like the song, like the call and response.
I like the repetitiveness of the rhythm.
Memorable.
But if you just take out 3 words and say it different every time,
You know, that's what the baby does
you
to
know,
me.
But you know who the baby reminds me of?
Floyd
A
Mayweather.
young Busta Rhymes. Because Busta Rhymes' videos is very, out of the box, in your face, very, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see no
Real
none of that. I can't
theatrical.
even
I can't.
You're
I can't
talking
go
about
with that.
visually?
I
Just
can't go.
visually?
No. I'm talking about visually. I'm not talking about the
Just
rap.
visually.
I still
I'm talking
can't
about
go.
the visuals.
Busta Rhymes was in your face. He was like the new school old dirty bastard in your face with it. Like
I can't. I haven't seen it.
No. He but you gotta understand. You in a whole nother. You in a whole nother realm. Cause see, I'm 43. So
He about to-
that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying.
Young boy.
Yeah,
Let me-
I don't know.
Let me-
I've never
Let
seen
me
the video.
tell
It
you,
is a
like,
new school.
let me
Busta
tell you,
Rhymes.
no.
But
Let
Busta Rhymes
me
is
stop you
awesome.
right there.
I
I
don't
got
get
to
it.
stop you
90s.
because the thing about this is what it perturbs me a little bit about people with a little age on them is that you act as if all of this stuff is not recorded. You act as if I didn't take the proper walk that you did. You just seen it when it first came out. I've seen all old Busta Rhymes. I know what you're talking about. He wild. He in your face with it. The baby has a little more artistry.
He's
with
more
it.
finesse
Okay, but
with
no,
it.
no.
Exactly.
He's more finesse.
But no.
But Busta is raw.
But hold on. But let me
Raw,
say.
like old dirty
But hold on.
bastard. You feel what I'm saying? You see why I made that
hold on.
correlation?
No.
I feel you.
No. Hold on. Let me say this, because you got off. You jumped off the bus before time. For starters, let me make this analogy for you. You may have watched plenty of videos about Freaknik, but you weren't there.
That's true.
So you can't tell me that you know more than me when I was there. So what I'm saying is, watching something as opposed to experiencing something
era,
is
right.
totally different.
Right.
Now to get back to my point. My point that I was making was lyrically, no, they are not the same lyrically.
Mm-hmm.
So being raw and all that, I agree with you. They're not the same. What I'm saying is the visuals. Like where he did the video where he was in the office and he had on the,
So he's animated.
yeah, he's very animated. Busta Rhymes'
He's very-
videos
it's
were
very
very animated.
animated.
Like where he had on the zoot suit and he was chasing the girl around outside in the house and
Yeah.
eyes getting real big. That's the correlation that I'm making.
I understand.
I'm not saying lyrically.
I still don't
yeah.
agree. I hear you.
I
still don't
see what
agree.
he's. Unfortunately, I've never seen a baby video because I don't care that much. Look it up. But I see what you're saying. He's animated.
He's
but
very
to
animated.
me, he's a lot more finesse. That's just
Way
his
more,
more.
way
That's
more,
his,
way more
that's his
swagger.
Way
and
more
it comes
swag.
off individuals to
Yeah,
me too.
and I agree. I agree
The
with that.
swagger comes off individuals.
And so,
Busta Rhymes didn't give a damn
yeah,
about swagger.
Busta Bus was just super
Out there.
raw.
He's even worse. I'm not worse. He's even the same way in concert. I've seen him live. He's the same.
I mean, he's jumping up and down, sweating, throwing water, his belly flopping out.
Superstar. That shit
They're
all in
wild.
That's
But
how
it's
they-
the best
That's
you've
how you
ever
get down
seen.
though. And
But-
with
With
them.
just coke on the table. It's raw. It's raw as
Uncut.
hell.
He said 80%.
He was like, don't care. Like, y'all motherfuckers don't want us to be. I already got paid. You ain't gotta fucking clap. I like, dude, we waited 3 hours.
Wow.
Y'all better stop bullshitting and clap for this dude so you can. Man, listen. You don't care.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
don't
He was
care.
about to
I
shut
already
shit
got paid.
down. Hey, cut the lights off.
I
Yeah.
got paid.
He's like,
I already got paid here.
Man.
Y'all got no love for
I
Snoop
remember
Dogg and
Busta was
Dr.
like
Dre?
your size
Yeah.
when he was a new
Yeah, he look like a
Yeah.
fucking Hulk right now.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Like now,
No, he's
it's
built
just
like a
He
pit
got
bull.
big. He got big.
Busta's neck is about this big.
Oh, yeah, Busta's
His
a big,
arms
he's a big
is
dude.
It feel like he did steroids at some point.
I think he just ate a lot that worked out.
Creatine or something.
He did something.
Because he was a
There was,
lanky, skinny cat when he first came out.
There was rumors.
We're not gonna get into that. We may want Busta Rhymes on the
Allegedly.
show one day, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Let's move on to best rap song. Why is it sung? S-U-N-G performance. Anybody know?
Yeah, it's like
Past tense?
song, rap type of.
Song?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know any of this. Okay, Higher with
This is
Khaled
about
and
videos
Nipsey.
again?
This is a
Performance,
performance.
yeah.
I mean, it has to be. What's the performance? When the fuck they performed it?
What's the difference between rap performance and best rap song
Right.
performance? You got
I
that.
guess it's like the
So rap
overall
song-
theater of it.
Rap song is like, it's not just the whole rap. All right, rap performance is just a whole rap song.
Okay.
Rap song is rap, but there's singing involved.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess
Well,
so.
Drip Too Hard, The Baby and Gunna, Panini, Lil X,
I'm buying
is he singing?
Yeah.
Ballin, Mustard, and Rudy
Right,
Rich.
Rich.
It's
What-
between two,
In
man.
London, Young Thugger, and the rest of
J.
them.
Cole.
It's either
I don't
between
care.
Higher because that
What?
was a
That's
good
just-
song.
You actually picked that?
Yeah, because it went with the emotion. It was.
They
I
made-
think
I
that's
think
the
it'll
one.
give it to
That,
Nip.
that's the one I thought it was.
Like-
They're gonna give it to
That
them.
makes
With the
sense. though.
piano.
It was
and
too late. He had
dust
just
shit.
died.
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying? Like
They're
it was.
yeah, John Legend, you can't. And John Legend is singing higher.
Yeah, it was really.
higher.
You felt the emotion through the song. I think everybody would go there. But Drip Too Hard is a banger. Drip Too
I've
Hard.
never seen. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I've
Oh
never
my god.
watched
I
it.
don't know, but they're
So I
gonna
like
give
the
that
song,
to
but
them.
I haven't seen it.
They're gonna give this one.
They're going to give it to them.
They're
That's
gonna
I
a
give
agree.
it to
little,
him.
yeah, that's a little baby.
Yeah, they're going to
And
give it
he
to
always
him.
sound like he mumbling.
They all do.
Of course.
They saying something.
We just don't know what it is. Decode it. Okay, so we're gonna move along. Best rap song again.
I don't know none of these.
So this is a bad idea.
Thank
I'm
you.
not gonna go through
There's a
all
whole
because
bunch
there's a
of
lot
people.
of writers.
Chance the
This is
Rapper.
all the writers for Bad Idea with YBN Cordae featuring Chance the Rapper. Gold Roses, which is Rick Ross and Drake. A Lot, which is 21 Savage and J. Cole. I love that song. Racks in the Middle is Nipsey, Roddy Ricch, and Hit Boy, and Suge the Baby. And I didn't go through everybody's songwriting credits. There's a lot of them.
I'm
do
going
want y'all
with
to go
Suge
through mine when
the
I
Baby.
get on here though. So
I'm going with a lot. Give me a
It
lot.
could be a lot.
That's rap
That's
song.
my second.
I'm going with a lot.
I'm going a lot second. But
Suge did do some numbers. It
Suge-
put Baby
yeah.
on.
Baby is everywhere. I mean, for him
Yeah.
to
He
me,
gonna fade though. This is about to be for 2 years. I guarantee you.
agree. You took the words out of my mouth. I think the Baby he's explosive. He's gonna do very well, and he's not going to be able to duplicate this momentum. Done.
There's not enough talent in there.
Yeah, no. You can't keep remixing the same shit. The nigga rap the same way. I broke the babysitter.
I disagree.
I give him 2 years.
I disagree.
There's nothing left in
disagree.
there. Where are you
You
going
think
to
he
get
don't
it
have
from?
longevity?
I mean,
You think he got longevity?
Who's he signed with?
the Migos is still here, and nobody thought this.
But you-
The Migos aren't really still here though.
Where are they? They doing,
And
Migos
I'm
about
from
to
the north
transition.
side. I fuck with the Migos.
The Migos.
They
are
about
doing
to transition.
individuals.
They're about to get
but
into
they're
something
still
else.
there.
They're about to do something else.
They working. I'm not saying
They
they ain't,
working.
I ain't saying they ain't working, but the last project collectively, their albums were even just so. Those single albums, I wouldn't listen to them all.
Yeah, they're about to get
But they
into
still
like
got a lot
more
of noise
different stuff.
behind
Clothes.
They do have a lot of noise. You're right.
So,
Because
yeah.
they brought a whole trend with them though. Too,
Exactly.
though. Like,
But
they brought a
but
whole
they are
vibe.
the trend.
But you know what's crazy though? Back in the day, some people say that about Busta Rhymes.
Well,
That's true
Yeah.
too.
Some people did say that about him.
That's true.
and plus it was, and plus,
You know-
he wasn't the average New Yorker.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He
So it
wasn't
was just
the
like,
average
he's gonna be a
Tim
fly
Wu.
by night.
Right.
Man,
But he was down with the leaders of New School. See, I don't know. But he made a transition when he came out on his own. Yes, he
Right.
was very like, put your hands on my eyes, because he doing that Janet Jackson. Remember when he wore the body? It was very different.
Yeah.
yeah.
He took a lot of chances, but yeah.
But it worked for him.
But it worked. It definitely did. All right, KB, what else we got?
We got Best Rap Album. So this is Revenge of the Dreamers 3 by Dreamville. Championships, Meek Mill. I Am, I Was, 21 Savage, Eeyore, Tyler, the Creator, and The Lost Boy, YMCA.
Okay, let me just say,
I'ma say Lost Boy.
Oh no, that's the dude that killed his friends.
YBN Cordae, no, not that.
Oh.
Not the other
Not that
one.
little weirdo, little Uzi Vert. No,
No, Lil Uzi Vert didn't kill his friends.
That's
Somebody
the one that
killed.
said, I wish I was dead. My
No. That's Lil Uzi Vert. The dude that killed his friends in the backseat.
That's not
drove
YN
him around.
That's
That's
not
not
him.
YN.
That's
Oh.
not him. That's
But
not him.
his
I know what you're
album-
talking about. That's not him.
Oh, okay.
YBN Cordae he's
He got some acronyms.
The
too, I
album,
don't
the
know.
album's fire.
Some people,
Cordae is
that's
nice.
what I've heard. That it's a really
The
good
album's fire.
album.
For to be 19,
It's a
that
really
nigga
good
can
one.
spit.
That's what I heard.
You
But
know what I'm
first
saying?
of all,
He can
Yeah.
spit.
in all the
His
all of
content
these
is
people,
right.
What was that
YBN Court.
Yeah.
YN,
He's dope.
He
I've
can
never
spit. His
listened to
content.
I've never heard
Yeah,
that.
Makes
I've
sense.
never heard of him.
Yeah. You ain't gonna be disappointed. Go download it.
I may just listen
My little
because
brother
it's
listens to him.
Championship is straight. It's Meek. I rock with
just
Meek.
straight meat.
Everybody
I rock with Meek,
everybody
it's
praised Meek for it. They said that this was his comeback, but to me it was just more of the same.
I think for all of these people to even be nominated for Grammys is an honor. 21 Savage, really?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah.
Imagine when he came out, dude. We ever
I can
think he'd
never
be
see.
nominated for a Grammy?
Tyler, the creator. Well, how?
Igor is a good album. You just got to be out the box. and
Tyler
listen
is
to it.
out there.
You got to be. I
his
listen to
fan base.
Tyler. I like Tyler.
His fan
He
base.
is out there.
I
He
get
ain't
down
got to
with
do
Tyler.
nothing on the radio. He ain't got to do nothing.
But
He
see,
gotta-
you real popular with the white boys.
That's
The
what
black
that's what
kids.
I was saying.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They are hardcore.
That's what his fan base. is.
Tyler makes some. He's really artistic.
He's very
He is.
artistic. But I
Like Frank
can't get with
Ocean,
it.
almost, just in a different light.
Well, they're the same boat. That's the same family. They
Yeah.
come from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with YN Cordae only because
YN Cordae.
everybody said that
That's
it's
a really
good,
good
and I've heard.
I
this
think he's gonna win
over
because I
and
just
over
don't think
and
any of
over
these
and
other
over.
ones will.
Right, that's what I feel.
He's a really good album.
Make
I don't know between him and Dreamville. Like I don't know which.
Dreamville
one.
album wasn't
I
that
didn't get
good.
it.
It was
And I love
okay.
J. Cole.
I like
didn't
Under
get
the Sun.
It was too much.
it wasn't as good.
It was too much.
It was. I felt like he was trying too hard. Did you
Yeah.
feel that?
He
It's like
just
he trying
wanted to
bring
put
his
something out.
homeboys on.
It
and
was
shit
too much.
Well, they got some talented people in there though.
They do.
They
Yeah.
do, but I felt like it was.
I felt the album was rushed. It was premature, and it was just more so like a mixtape. They should have just
Right.
mixtaped.
It went
I
from
felt like
nobody on my tape to everybody on my tape, and it was like, well, which one do you want to do? And it did feel like a mixtape.
Yeah,
I feel that. It felt like a mixtape.
It felt like a mixtape. It should have been a mixtape. Why not?
Why not? All right, moving
The
right
other
on.
Revenge of the Dreamers were mixtapes.
All right, who we got, Katie? Best
Best
R&B
R&B performance. So we have Love Again by Daniel Caesar and Brandy. Could Have Been by her and Bryson Tiller.
Ooh.
Exactly How I Feel, Lizzo featuring Gucci Mane. Rosamo by Lucky Day. Come Home, Anderson .Paak featuring Andre 3000.
I've never
I'm
heard
conflicted because
not one of these
Lucky
songs.
Day is actually my that song. Me and my 2 and 3 year olds favorite song. We like that shit. We play it.
It's
Every time I
on.
pick
It's
up
on.
from
It's
daycare.
on one of the soundtracks of one of my
It's a
games
dope
I
song.
play.
But that
I don't know any of
you
these.
can't go wrong. Anderson
Performance,
.Paak
and this is
and
performance.
Andre 3000.
Now a lot of people ain't heard that song, but Anderson .Paak's whole album is
Anderson .Paak
Yeah.
is a good
It's
song.
perfect.
He's a
Yeah.
beast.
Performance.
I've
Yeah.
never heard of any
I've
of them
never heard of
perform.
anything.
Come on. He can perform. Anderson .Paak can perform too. But this
And
is gonna be.
instruments and everything.
This is gonna be could have been. I think so. This is what's gonna win now.
I'm gonna go with the home again people just because it's got. I heard everyone talk about Anderson .Paak and then
I told you to listen to him. You remember
I
that?
think you did.
I did. I told you.
That's
to
what I'm
listen to
just. I'm throwing a dart. That's it.
him. Anderson .Paak, but I just don't think he's known yet.
He's not because I.
And it's a shame because he's been out for so long.
And he's so
And
talented.
he's so fucking
Mac Miller is the one that
talented,
introduced
man.
me to him. I didn't even know about him, Anderson .Paak, until I listened to him in a collab
Dre,
with Mac Miller.
Yeah, Dre featured with him. I was listening to Dre stuff. His last album, a little joint he made after the NWA movie came out.
Uh huh.
I was like, who the hell is this dude? And I
Yeah.
went and downloaded his
He's
stuff. I was like,
he's
yeah.
artistic. He's very artistic.
That's when I got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
He was on
Wow.
a morning show that I was listening to.
All
Shit.
right. Keep going because I don't know. I'm like, don't know.
All right, so best R&B song could have been her, Sounds Fire, her, Bryson Tiller, Look at Me Now, Emily King, No Guidance, Chris Brown and
That's
Drake,
my win. That's it.
Rosamo, Lucky Day,
I ain't
Say
never heard
So,
that song.
PJ Morton,
You
and
really
JoJo.
Maybe I did.
That's
I
the
just didn't know
combination. That's
that.
the two light skinned
I
niggas,
just
biggest
said-
light skinned niggas in the game. How you not hear that song?
Because I'm light skinned.
You haven't
I
heard
just said, how you
No
not
Guidance?
hear it?
If I have, then I don't know the name.
Well,
The
how does it go?
correlation.
No guidance. How does it go?
I don't know the song.
I don't know the
words.
correlation.
I don't know.
It is when you hear it, you know
You
you
can
heard it.
know.
I'm probably
Okay,
I
well,
don't
I'm
listen
just
to the
going with
radio,
Chris
though.
Brown. I told y'all. I
At this
don't
point,
know
the radio
this
just
song.
play. It don't really say anything, but you know it when you hear it. But oh yeah, I know.
I
that song.
probably heard it then.
I don't know.
But yeah, and the video is pretty entertaining too. It's him and Drake having a dance off.
Oh, it's that one.
Oh, yeah,
Where
yeah,
Drake was
yeah,
like,
yeah,
ooh,
yeah,
come get it.
yeah,
Ooh,
that video.
doing moving
Yeah,
around.
no, yeah,
Ooh.
no guidance. No
Okay,
guidance.
Chris
is
Brown,
no-
like
I'm going with
Prince.
no
Yes.
guidance.
That's
Okay.
the
He
song.
said he looked like Prince.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
going with
I'm
no
going with
guidance.
that one. Whatever.
That was good.
Okay.
That's a
You know
good
what I'm
song.
saying?
It was a
That's
good song.
I just ain't never YouTubed it, so I don't know the damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually a good video too.
It's a great video. That's
Yeah.
how I came to the song.
Okay.
What you said?
So we got.
He's
Okay.
he don't care.
So
What else
best
we got?
R&B album, 1123, BJ the Chicago Kid, Painted, Lucky Day, LMA, Paul, PJ Morton, and Ventura Anderson Paak.
I'm kind of biased here because I'm a huge BJ the Chicago Kid fan.
Yeah.
Who?
Huge fan.
Who is that?
You never heard BJ?
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't listen to
You need
nothing.
to upgrade
Yeah.
your music.
She doesn't upgrade her music.
I don't.
No,
No,
seriously.
PJ Morton.
BJ is the truth. PJ Morton is dope too.
PJ Morton, because he's Bishop Paul Morton's son.
Right.
I was about to ask him, is he related to the all the
Yeah.
Mormons?
Is
Okay.
Ventura
And
the one that I'm
Ventura,
talking-
that's the last one.
That's
he
the one I'm
dropped.
That's
talking
the
about.
last
That shit's
one, yeah.
With the Mac Miller tribute on it. He got the dude from Ice Pick, not Ice Pick. Let me look.
It might be, but
Sorry.
Ventura,
It's the
it's
the
a
latest
classic.
one.
It's
I know the
figured out all
cover.
way through.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who ain't never gonna do it.
Malibu to me is better. Is
I
better
think
album.
LMA might win though,
And it's-
honestly.
Malibu's better than
She might win.
LMA got a, I mean, everybody love
win
her.
out that category.
I don't know. What are we doing?
I don't think she got enough.
Even
Nobody.
though, even though Jacquees sang all her songs better than she do.
When you gonna do an original with that damn song?
He can. He
I
can.
think 2020. I think he said he was coming out.
I'm
with
just
an
going with
album.
LMA. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with LMA. I don't think any of the names are big enough to beat her.
BJ or Anderson Paak.
Album of the year.
You know the
Even-
Grammys is a little bit biased.
It's very biased.
A little bit. So
It ain't really mostly about your talent.
No.
It's about your name
it's a
recognition
mix. It's a mix.
and
And
you know,
LMA got them beat in that category.
Does Lizzo?
Right.
well, I think whatever category she's in, she's gonna win.
Lizzo?
So, yeah, she's everywhere. Here we go.
Keep her name
She
out
keeps.
there.
She's out there. Let's go. Album of the year. We got KB. Whole bunch of stuff we don't
Do
know.
y'all care about any of this?
No.
No.
Bon
Okay,
Iver,
but
Lana Del Rey,
But
wait,
Billie
Lil
Eilish,
X is
Ariana
in there.
Grande, her,
Her.
Lil Nas X, Lizzo, Vampire
Yeah, I
Weekend.
didn't listen to it.
Listen
Lil
to
Nas
Malibu.
X, what do you got?
He got one in there.
7.
Album
What's
of the
that?
year. This album.
Oh, his album.
Mhm.
Oh.
Ariana Grande is in there.
Yeah, so Bon
Now, he
Iver,
might get it
Lana Del
because
Rey, Billie
everybody was saying
Eilish.
Let's
this
hope they
for
come
the
in,
majority
y'all.
of the year.
I'm gonna listen to
For
it.
album of the year, I'm going with Billie Eilish because
Oh, child,
they
you
love
talk about
her.
people who-
I'm
They
going
love
with
her.
Lil Nas X.
I'm gonna say Lizzo. I think Lizzo gonna come in and surprise them.
Lizzo to me is kind of like a
I don't
token
see the
mammy.
I don't see the love for her. I'm sorry. I may be
Yeah.
hating. I just
Well,
don't
see,
see
this
it.
is why I'm thinking like between her and Billie Eilish because the others love her.
Oh,
That's
Ariana
what
Grande
Billie
kind of
Eilish.
love too.
She
Yeah,
is.
but Billie Eilish is like the thing right now.
She is. My little sister loves her.
Who is a girl?
She
Billie-
sings some
She's like
real dark
17.
shit.
I thought it was a guy.
No.
She like she got this real type of gothic
Mhm.
feel to her, real gothic.
And they love her.
They love my little sister. She's
What's her
16.
song?
She love her.
What's her song?
This album is When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Right. So, best R&B performance.
Yeah, moving right along.
To sleep. What the fuck does she mean? Where do we go? We go to sleep. That's a stupid album question.
Best R&B performance. Love Again, Daniel Caesar and Brandy.
Uh-huh.
Exactly How I Feel, Lizzo, Gucci Mane.
Fuck.
Could have
Trying to
been
sound
her
all
and Bryson
mysterious.
Tiller. Come Home, Anderson Paak, Andre 3 Stacks, Rosamo, Lucky Day. This is performance.
I don't get it.
It's no different than
I ain't
Beyonce.
never seen none of them perform.
I'm going with her. I just-
Beyonce don't lose.
Beyonce not in here, bro.
She's not in there.
I thought we was reading this one.
Okay.
No,
R&B
you put her in R&B
performance.
performance.
Oh, we skipped that one.
Yes.
Oh,
I
well
was about to
shit.
say, why ain't heard Beyonce?
I need to watch you.
Well, but if we want to talk about that best pop performance, it is going to be
Oh, it's
between
definitely
Beyonce and
It's not gonna
Lizzo.
be
I
between
believe.
nobody. It's gonna be Beyonce.
It's gonna be Beyonce. Ain't nothing
You
to
think
talk
these people gonna trump Beyonce? You got your
No.
goddamn.
That
That
be
beehive.
Yes.
That
Taylor
beehive.
Swift.
Spirits?
Taylor
Wait a
Swift
minute.
would.
Wait a minute. We
That
have to think
beehive
about
would
who's
destroy Taylor
voting,
Swift ass.
guys.
So fast.
Everybody's not Team Beyonce.
I'm not saying
Voting.
I'm Team Beyonce. I'm just saying
It's hard to beat her, right?
you can't beat the
Taylor
most
Swift
polarizing
can.
person
You can.
in the room.
You can. What's the girl's name?
Who?
Taylor
The-
Swift
the-
beat her.
the sing-
She be beating her.
the-
Taylor Swift be beating her.
She did that one time.
She's
and
from
She
London.
got
The
beat.
white chick
Oh,
that beat
yeah,
her for
she
album
beat
of
her.
the year. Yeah.
Yeah.
she's beat
Over the
Hello.
other side.
Yeah.
Oh.
Adele.
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 Where's she at?
She's coming.
Losing
Rolling
weight.
on the river.
She's
You know, she looks
I say
completely
goodbye.
different.
She
now,
lost
'cause
about
done
100
lost
pounds.
100 pounds.
She
and
got a new man.
She ain't gonna be able to sing.
She got a black man.
Only fat people can
But she
sing.
stayed like the black men though.
That's
She's
what
black,
she do?
Yeah, she like black men.
No, her first guy she had that baby by was a white gay man.
Whoa.
That part.
All right, can we move on? Goddamn.
But I know her. I know the one that is about all the songs and the heartbreak. I know he was black. That's all I know. But I didn't know she had a baby. But did she
Hello,
know he
black
was
man.
She probably know he was, trisexual.
Oh,
That's gay.
Hello is about a black guy.
I mean, it could have been. I just know that I know her first album. She was saying that was all inspired by her first love, or her boyfriend, whatever. And then I remember seeing like, oh, it was black.
So she just pretty much got locked out the house. Black dude kicked her out. Hello from the other side, man. She got locked out.
Hello from the other side, Daddy, let me
That's
in.
some crazy shit.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
That's some crazy
They
shit.
got my phone. Hello.
It's
Hello,
raining.
Daddy,
A
it's
makeup
me.
running.
Right here. From the other side.
I know
She
I'm
was
like
moving.
Tyrone, but can't you see?
Right.
You know what?
Hello?
Black dude put her ass right outside.
Well,
We get it now. It clicked.
it
Damn. Aha. 15 years later. But aha.
Y'all are crazy. What else we got?
So we have
So we
best
get to
rap
the-
albums.
To this whole debate we gonna have, because I'm hot.
Oh, so these
So
the
the
same
best
people.
rap album, we have Revenge of the Dreamers 3
It's the
by
same
Dreamville.
people.
Yeah,
My picks are the
Championships
same.
Meek, I Am Greater Than I Was, 21 Savage, Eeyore, Tyler the Creator, The Lost Boy, YBN Per Day.
I'm just going because I'm staying consistent. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
It's the
saying
same
same mix.
people.
Yeah.
Nobody knows. Next page.
Oh, God.
Record of the year. Who was Bon Iver? Anybody know?
No.
Okay. Who else we got?
Billie
You already know we're gonna
Eilish,
win out that one.
Ariana Grande, her.
I like Khalid.
Lil Nas
no.
X.
Oh,
Lil Nas
nobody-
X is
He's not
no.
gonna beat this.
Nobody's
Lil
gonna
Nas
beat
X.
Old Town
So
Road.
let's skip this.
Lil
You
Nas
already know
X.
who's gonna win that.
Yeah, nobody.
Okay, go
gonna
ahead,
beat Old Town
KB.
Road.
Finish it. Her.
It's between that, Lizzo, Post Malone, and Sway Lee.
That was.
I mean, this is actually stacked.
It is
Yeah.
stacked. though.
This is stacked.
It is stacked.
This is lightning in the bottle right here. This is lightning.
Old Town Road. Yeah, I know.
Old Town Road broke records,
Yeah, you're not gonna beat that.
and they were so happy. You know,
And
he
he
came
got Blood
out,
Ray Cyrus on there.
Yeah.
and you
And the
got.
one with him on there.
And he
Yeah.
came
Yeah.
out. That's it. He got the trifecta. He won.
Yeah, he got the trifecta.
He
I'm
got
going
the
Old
triple
Town
double.
Road.
Yeah, you right.
She triple double. Once you say, "Oh, I'm out," that's it. You're
Yeah.
done. You won.
You won.
All he needs is the ass and the chest.
That's it.
That's all right.
Checkmate. I won. When Dave Chappell said, I'm gay. I'm gonna say how to help my career. That's it. You say you're done. You over the top.
You over the top, bro. All right, what a song of the
Song
year.
of the year. So we have Always Remember Us This Way, Lady Gaga, Bad Guy, Billie Eilish, Bring My Flowers Now, Tanya Tucker, Hard Place, Her, Lover, Taylor Swift, Norma fucking Rockwell, Lana Del Rey, Someone You Loved, Louis Capaldi, Truth Hurts, Lizzo.
She made it up, right?
I'm going
she was
Lizzo
mad.
because I don't know none of these people.
Nah, the girl who gonna win that Billie Eilish song. That's the popular song by her. That
I
bad
don't
guy.
I
know.
don't know these songs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know none of this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But Truth Hurts. How many people wrote this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ain't no way they all wrote that song.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it
did.
is.
If you
Yeah.
said, "Hey, who?" you get credit.
Yeah, literally.
Yes, you do.
I need you to watch my
Oh no.
Oh, she did
Yeah.
a black girl smack. She said,
Oh shit.
"You better sit up straight. Your seat. Look at it. He sat up straight."
What you want me to watch?
He said, "What was it?"
I ain't seen
She
that
hit you
slip
with
out
the
before.
smizzag.
Yeah.
She hit
I
you
did
with
a
the
whole
smizzag.
episode on We Create Music
Mm-hmm.
and talked about that, about how all you have to do is just change one word.
And you get
And
right.
You
get
get
writing
credit.
credit for it.
Yeah, you can say, "Oh, bro, that
Somebody
Man.
need to put me on game. Then I'll be like, he should have said that one thing. That
right. You should have said Brown, not Hal." You get credit.
Uh-huh.
Simple as that.
Spreadsheets.
Yep.
I need to check.
Do you a pie chart or however else they do it?
A pie chart and you get paid off.
I mean, I'm just
percentage?
how do they size it up? A pie chart, basically.
Yeah,
right?
basically.
You get percentages.
Percentages. Like, all right, well, you get this much, you get this much. I wrote this
Show your
much.
contribution was.
Right.
Damn.
Yeah, it's literally like that.
That's why Puffy's always take that.
Exactly. Like when
Yeah.
Jay-Z let his baby
I
cry.
hate that. I
let
hate
Blue
listening
cry
to
on
Biggie
it.
music just for that one part.
You hate to take that?
Just for that one
We're
part.
gonna get to it. Just
Just for that
pause.
one part.
Pause. Hold it.
I
Pause.
hate Puffy.
Okay, best new artist. This is a big one too, right? Next to the song.
Yeah.
So this is a stacked one again.
Yeah,
what we got,
this
KB?
is.
This is stacked.
So we
Lil
have
Nas X.
Black Pumas, Billie Eilish, Lil Nas X, Lizzo, Maggie Rogers,
Jesus.
Rosalia, Tank and the Bangers, and Yola.
Is it Tank?
Lil
Black
Nas
Tank?
X.
No.
Oh, okay.
Now
Hey,
take
dude.
Tank.
Like suck two dicks, Tank? No.
Wait.
Suck two dicks and you ain't still ain't gay, Tank?
Wait.
That's what he said. I was
Stop!
paraphrasing the man's quote.
No, it's not
You
him.
still hurt about it?
And
You
the
still
Bangers.
hurt?
No, he just keeps saying suck two dicks, and I'm just like,
No, they say, you nibble on it at first. And you're
Right.
like, nah,
You're like, I don't know, let me go back
again.
Nah, that's still ain't it. Let me go back
I'm
again.
not him because he's not a new artist. Like, stop. Okay, I'm going with Lizzo. I'm gonna switch up on Lil Nas X. I'm gonna go Lizzo. I'm gonna go Lizzo.
I don't know between-
I'm gonna go Lizzo.
You know
She's
what?
been
That's all
a
she do.
big
She
fish.
You know what?
I'm
know.
going Lizzo.
I don't know if
They
I
gonna
would
give it to her.
Billie Eilish
Lil
or
Nas
Rosalia,
X,
'cause
they gonna give it to
Rosalia's
him.
good, too. She's
Lizzo
last year.
has more songs.
And she's been out there longer. We're just not finding about her. She was in a movie.
Nah.
that
What color
that's
she
been
was on? She
nominated.
just in a cover song.
She had a TV show for a long time.
Who?
She has a show.
Who?
She's on a TV show.
Lizzo.
What show?
She's on TV. She's on network TV. Before she blew up, she's on TV.
Doing what?
It's like her talk show. Like she talk about stuff. Look it up. I've seen her show before.
You sure she got a YouTube channel?
No, I seen when her song, the "Blame It on the Jews" song. You know what I'm saying? Ain't my fault. You know what I'm talking about?
And then the high skin. Look at it. Hit that Prince note. Do it again.
Leave me alone.
Blame
Hit
it.
it.
Leave me alone.
Hit it again, light skin.
He hit it.
He was up there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Listen, Prince is my favorite artist. But anyway, hey, look, no, listen. I seen her show when they were talking to her about like, you just put out a new song, and then she was like, oh, and then they played it on the show that she was like, this is her show. Look it up.
You sure she wasn't interviewed?
Listen. I'm not gonna say look it up one more time. All right.
You look it up.
Light skin was
Look it up.
dreaming. Yeah, you look it up. Find us the show.
Like,
light
she could have
skin.
been being interviewed, but it felt like her
She-
show.
Oh, you
No.
just said it was a show of confidence.
It
She
felt
has-
like her
she
show.
has
And
no
I only
show.
seen it one time.
It probably because she's such
So
a big
shows have multiple
personality.
episodes. You ain't look up no more?
No, I ain't that guy.
I don't
Some
know.
light skin shit.
Interview.
It was an interview. It probably was a very intense interview
Listen.
where she
Let
probably
me-
took it over and it seemed as if it was hers. Okay, what we got?
Let me
Who
just
y'all
check this
got?
out.
I got Lizzo.
I got
Lil
Lizzo,
Nas
too.
X.
Okay, who you got,
I got
CJ?
Lizzo.
Lizzo. Who you going, KP?
I don't know. It's between Billie Eilish and Rosalia to me.
Who was
Oh,
Rosalia?
she going.
Who was
Some people we don't know.
Rosalia
Oh,
chick.
she's like the Spanish Beyonce. She's
What she look like? I
She
bet
dope.
she's sexy.
Oh God.
She got a name like Rosalia.
why did I say
She
that?
probably is that the tatted one that
She's
got
pretty.
tattoos everywhere?
No, that's Kaylani.
She alright too. I like that. I like all that.
He is.
Do
He
she
is
drink?
jumped out the window.
He ain't that mom friend right now. She sells Spanish.
Casserole and enchiladas.
I'll go with Billie Eilish.
Okay.
But Rosalia's my
All right. Well, everyone,
Alright, so we're
those,
done. We're done.
those are our 2020 Grammy
We'll see how we
nominee predictions. Black categories.
The ones we care about.
Right, the ones we care about. So usually what we do is like we'll come back to the next show and see who got it right. It's just a little thing that we like to do. Being that we are hip hop based, love music, and KB is a songwriter. So this is kind of what we
So,
do.
I do have an update that YG was released.
Nice. See?
Of course.
Say it's gonna make it happen.
Of course he was
Wasn't on
released.
stage.
They were like, he's
No.
like, I gotta do this. I'm on the Grammys.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna let me out.
Someone's gonna cut that check.
Cut the check. CTC. Okay, guys, we're gonna move right along to our topic of discussion. It's hot. Let me give me some water because somebody gonna go off the deep end. So,
Can we keep this respectful and nice?
and also be respectful. We're all friends. We're all family. But let me preface this. This is not about who is the best MC.
Right,
It's going to come up because it always does.
right.
The question on the table is, since Tupac and Biggie, why hasn't anybody come along that the people have said that is the best hip hop artist of all times.
I would lie.
Why is Tupac? Here's a sub question. Why is Tupac and Biggie the pinnacle or the bar? Right? Like everyone is going to compare you to somebody, but if you do not reach Tupac and Biggie level, why? They've been dead for 25 years. Here's the questions. They've been dead for a very, very long time. Even like people love Elvis. Like let's just switch it right to the other persuasion. People have come along in rock and roll that they've accepted are good, but some people just say Elvis is the greatest, right? That may not mean much to us, but it does in other circles. They literally hold Elvis as that prestige, as the king. And people may do it too with Michael Jackson. I personally believe we ain't gonna see another Michael. That's just me. We're not going to see another Michael Jackson in our lifetime. You may because you're young, but what I'm sticking to in hip hop. Why, in 25 years, hasn't anyone come along that we say you're the greatest? Okay.
Because they died at the height of their careers. So you didn't have a chance to roll downhill. You know, because Lil' Kim has propped herself up on the ghost of Biggie for the last 25 years.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Her music now is trash. You know, Lil' Kim used to be the ish back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she's laughable. Because it's just like, you know, everybody, oh, she the queen bee, she the queen bee. She came out with that album 9, I think she sold 9 copies. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which one?
She came out with an album named 9.
Oh, you talking about the last one?
Recently, yeah.
We don't count those.
But the one,
I love Lil' Kim. We don't count.
After hardcore, nothing else counts.
Exactly. No, the one that got 5 mics in the source. Which one was that?
Before surgery.
All right, the one right after that. Then, yeah.
She
hardcore,
was like
I had to post
hardcore.
and everything. So,
We talked about that.
Was
But what's the one that before she went to jail? What was that one
put
called?
your lighters up.
That
album.
I come from Bed-Stuy.
Oh,
she
yeah.
got 5 mics in the source. I still believe
magazine?
back then.
Oh,
Silly.
Okay.
We're getting so off topic. I know what you said about Lil' Kim, but to me, still Lil' Kim is that female MC.
Lil' Kim can come and rock the stage with her old stuff.
True.
If she did a performance recently with this new album, and the people was like,
I know they turned around.
bitch, if you don't turn on some of the 1996 California
But that's what we want.
You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
I feel
But I have a question about that.
So this is what I'm gonna say.
Okay, wait. Let's CJ answer, and then you pose your question.
I'm sorry. I think because they're the two of the most polarizing artists if you've ever seen. That's why it's hard to reach that. They are the ceiling, right? At that time, with the influence of a whole 2 coasts on their back, it's impossible to reach that. For the East Coast, it'd be the closest thing to be either Jay-Z and Nas.
Right.
Those 2 are number 2.
Right.
Obviously, they benefited greatly once Biggie died.
Off of
by
his,
default.
Right. By default.
I say this all the time. Jay-Z would not be the person that he is now
If Biggie didn't die.
Now he would not. He would still spit. He would still rhyming. The level of magnitude that the star that Big was about to become was going to eclipse him by far. He moved over and allowed the way for because he was on his heels, right? They was even talking about putting a group together called a commission with him, Big, and Foxy. So he understood that was his only rival at the time. Once Big died, it kind of cleared the way for him to do that. And him and Nas. But on the West Coast, there is still no one clearly that you could say, yo, he's the best on the West Coast. There's so many artists out there south, but Tupac again for them is their ceiling. He's not even from the West Coast, but again, I have an argument with from our barber with this shit, and y'all claimed him. No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's from New York. He's from Harlem. He's been there for 13. Don't do this.
He's from
Harlem, New York. He was
Okay.
there for 13 years, born and raised. He was only in fucking Cali for 7 years.
Okay. But see, same thing about me though. Like I was born and raised other places. My informative years were in California, but no one ever challenges me. You're from Germany. No, I'm not. Tupac was from the West Coast.
They embraced him. He embraced them. It is what
Tupac
it is.
Shakur is from the Bay Area. Thank you.
Let y'all, we let y'all borrow him, but no. Look, that's what it is.
Thank you.
It's hard to
From
get
the Bay Area.
to reach that. It's like Jordan and Kobe or some other shit. When they that big and that polarizing, it's hard to ever reach it. You can get close to it, but you're not gonna touch the sun.
And see, about Jordan. Jordan's still alive, number one. He's won all these rings, number two. He owns a basketball team now, number three. Like people kill each other over his shoes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Jordan is a whole nother beast.
But he don't have the most rings, but still
He doesn't have the most rings.
because the way he competed and the
way that he changed the game.
He globalized the game.
Yes.
Impact is really what's the biggest thing.
Absolutely.
Who has the most impact? And those two people have the most impact. Any other artists, we can't say too many people that said outside of business wise, we know it was Jay-Z. It's Jay-Z,
Absolutely.
it's Dre, it's
Puffy.
That's
yeah.
it. Business wise, they changed the game on that and how to approach it. But outside of that, lyrically,
But again, let's stick to why we're talking about Biggie and Pop. Why, after 25 years, how come no one's come close? Or we don't even give nobody that title.
It's hard.
Millennial?
I
You have
don't
something
like
to say?
Puffy. Let's just put that out there. I don't think he should be on that list at
Who,
all.
Puffy?
No.
No, we're just saying
Come on,
business-wise.
business-wise.
Just business-wise.
Whatever.
Business-wise.
Yeah.
But he's...
what do you do to you?
He's capitalized off too many people.
Oh,
That's
well,
not
we all know
That's
Of
part
course
of
it
the
is.
business.
But that's
That's
part of
the
He's a
business.
business exec.
That's part of
Yeah.
Puffy's
Yeah.
moniker. You're not getting your money.
He the one
But anyway,
created
You're not
360.
getting, yeah.
To
You're not
answer the
getting your
question,
money.
I agree. I think one of the biggest things is that they died before prematurely. They died while at the top, and I think that in itself makes it like it amplifies any situation. Nipsey Hussle will forever be amplified.
They're immortalized.
Yes.
So that, along with the fact that we had the rivalries going on back then, hip hop was still, it wasn't new, not by any means, but that type of rap was kind of new. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
they
it was
kept
like
calling them rap singers.
it's
Yeah, they
burned.
didn't say
That
rap. Tupac Shakur, rap singer. What's the fucking rap
hated
singer?
that shit. I hated that shit.
That's
So
true.
it's like the first stain on the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So it's like boom, they made the first imprint. And while I do think some people are on their way, they'll never be looked at it as. I think Kendrick is on his way
Facts.
to be what Tupac was
Facts.
because of the content of his music, what he's saying, and how he's living.
Facts.
He's on his way.
I can get content.
I think on the East Coast, J. Cole is not a spitter like Biggie was, but
He'll never have the impact.
no. But his mind, he's like a Tupac on the East Coast.
But I'm talking about the impact. There are people
Musically,
like
yeah.
we got in a debate with somebody about Andre 3000, just talking about how.
He don't have his impact was at a bare minimum just because he was just of an artist. He didn't really.
When that's what they were talking about.
He
His
didn't come out.
artistry
He didn't
and
come
what
out
he
and talk
says
to us a
and-
lot.
at
He
all.
didn't have speeches.
We don't know a lot about him.
Like Tupac is, to me, I'd rather, and I say this all the time, I'd rather listen to a speech from Tupac and listen to Biggie's music all day long. I would rather listen to all his words that he said. I want your mind. I don't care about that beat. I don't care about that.
But
Well,
see,
that's what it is.
Tupac gave more of himself.
Absolutely.
Right.
He had more of himself to give, though.
He opened up himself like a book because a rapper. He was an actor.
Activist.
Activist.
He did so many things. So that was kind of the polarizing thing about him. And I think it's the same thing that goes back to what you were saying about Elvis Presley and moreover Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Monroe
She
died
still makes money. We
young,
spoke
so
about that.
she will forever be glamorized because she died beautiful and
Right.
she died young.
Right.
So all of these images that you see of Marilyn, forever young,
She
forever
still
young,
makes
forever
money.
young, forever
She
young.
fuck presidents.
Well, that too.
She's like in one of the top 5 deceased people who still makes millions of
Yeah.
dollars.
Every
And I was
single year.
shocked. Marilyn Monroe
Marilyn Monroe.
makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Her estate makes hand over fist. You
Yeah.
know, she's up there
Because she
with like
died
Michael.
young and she died quote unquote beautiful.
Right.
So I feel like that would have been the same case, let's say if Elizabeth Taylor had died young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because Elizabeth Taylor, you don't think about it now because we know Elizabeth Taylor as getting old.
Right.
and an
When
old
you said
woman,
Elizabeth Taylor, I
all
got
of
an
the
old
stuff
woman
that she
image
went
in
through.
my mind.
But when Elizabeth Taylor,
Right. You know.
but Elizabeth Taylor was
White
like
diamond.
Right.
the Kim Kardashian
Yeah.
of her time.
Right,
You know
she
what I'm saying?
was.
Like,
She was.
You
She
actually
was.
making
she
me
was a
think.
stunningly
She was.
gorgeous
She was
woman.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
She had like
So-
purple eyes. Her eyes were violet.
You making me think about that because
Beautiful.
that immortalization is like I wonder what happened if Lil Wayne would have died, like just
You're
at
immortalized.
his peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Instead
you're
of
frozen
the
in
decline
time.
He would've-
that we
he would've-
watched.
he would've
Like think
climaxed.
about that for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because the mixtapes he was putting out they were bangers.
Bangers.
The Carter 3 was banger. The Carter 2 was banger. Like if you stop it right there,
Yeah.
I think he'd be bigger than what he is right now.
I think that has
I
a
would
lot
agree
to
with
do
you
with
with
it. But what I agree with the most, because me and my husband were, when I was posing this question, is if you can get two coasts of a country behind you and literally be down for you, and that
Right.
is
Yeah.
power.
See, I feel like that's what Kendrick got though right now.
He does, but not
On that, man.
niggas. People would kill for Tupac. I don't think nobody's really gonna pop a gun for Kendrick because he's not. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad bitch. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Elizabeth Taylor was bad. But I'm just saying that that's how it got, especially in the 90s. We're talking about gang culture for real. Like niggas really.
I definitely remember going out to LA and not being told I couldn't wear this.
Right. They were like, don't wear that.
And
Don't
you
go
from
there.
where? Okay, cuz.
And he said, can I wear this lime
No,
purple?
let me take this Yankee hat off.
What about gray?
So,
Dark
yeah.
black. Y'all like dark
It wasn't
black?
a joke.
But I think
Dark black.
You know,
No,
I
we're light
actually
black.
went and saw Boys in the Hood in a movie theater out in California.
Oh, you
When
did?
it first came
Were the
out.
police there?
Yes.
Oh, you
Who
did. You did.
said that? You said there were police there?
Yeah.
Somebody asked me, like, hell yeah, the police was
It was
there.
there when Juice came out too.
And you was in New York, though.
Yeah,
right?
so when it came out, they actually had police outside the movie theater, and I was like, "Why are all these police outside the movie theater?" She was
Because you know what's
like,
going
"Well,
on."
you know, this movie is real, like, you know." But when I actually got in and saw the movie,
You was like, oh.
and the movie gave you all these different emotions
Mm-hmm.
because you know I never went to a movie and became emotional, but like. You sitting there, it's like you really felt like you related. Like
You were
this
in
could be
that
my
time.
cousin.
Mhm.
This could be, you know what I'm saying? So it was definitely.
I never thought about
you
that
know,
impact
something else.
of y'all watching the movies like that, like in the theaters.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
then, and then going home.
And it
to
was-
the-
That's what we.
Then
That's
you
what
had a
same
real cousin
neighborhood.
that
that goes
was
back to what you
doing
said about the
good.
experience. Like when you experience that,
Experience that.
and you be like, shit, like Get Out or some other. When you be sitting there, you be like,
That's
white
right.
people don't talk to you right there, but
Right, like, y'all
go ahead with that
understand.
bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? Roots. I remember my grandmother used to make me watch Roots every year. Look, man,
Not today.
don't do it. I might trip you. in
Chandler,
the
not
face.
today.
I watched that movie about the thing in Detroit. What you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
I remember
that
movie.
had me feeling like that.
What is it?
It was about the police, the police in
Raiding a house
Detroit.
party and
Oh, yeah.
the black
Yeah, I
that's
watched
right.
that movie.
Detroit? The name of the
Yeah,
movie,
I think
right?
that was the name of the movie.
Okay.
And that had me feeling real militant. So I could definitely
Oh, yeah.
relate.
I watch a lot of stuff and just be like,
And the crazy
I'm
thing
glad
is,
I'm at home by myself.
Well, honestly, like when I go to the King Center and I go to the Civil Rights Museum, they got those things in there where you can put those headsets
Oh
on.
yeah.
Let me tell you.
That messed you up too, bro.
It messes you up.
I left out of one of those things and I literally was like tears were streaming out. I was just so angry. And I'm like, all of the stuff that we do now is such a disservice to what
those
all
people.
of our ancestors
Yeah, right.
went through for us
Right.
to be able to get on TV now and act a
Act a
freaking
fool.
fool. And it's like all these people had to endure. I mean, people literally standing around you at a counter, you know,
Spitting
just
on you.
saying all types of stuff to you.
Pouring milkshakes
Pouring
over you,
stuff
and you
on
just
you.
had to sit there
And
like
you just gotta
this.
sit there.
Dogs
Put-
biting on your ass. Hydrants being thrown in hell. No.
Can you? None of us could do that.
I know
None
I
of
couldn't
us
do it.
could sit here and let a white
I
person
couldn't do
spit on us
That's always
We
I-
taking off.
I'd have been
But
down with
back
Malcolm X
then,
cause. I already know.
for the cause.
I would have been.
You
down
had
with
to
Malcolm.
be nonviolent. That was the,
Couldn't
and
do
you
it.
had to sit there and let.
That's all you
But the
I
the
gotta
premise
find Malcolm.
was,
Yep.
well, the premise was to call. What they would do was stage to sit in. They would call the news, kind of like calling the paparazzi. They would call TMZ. It's to come take the pictures of them being nonviolent, so that the images were caught of them yelling. So that's why you always get those and the dogs because they literally told the news where they were going to be. So they knew that the images and the pictures and the video were going to be life-changing and then showed all around the world. And then America, the United States, is supposed to be this big, bad country.
You're putting a bad light.
Right, but we're putting a bad light. That's what made JFK have to sign off on a lot of stuff. Like, yo, we look terrible right now. You know, so that's why don't make me go back into all my history and shit. We're supposed to talk about Biggie and Tupac, but that's why you guys have those images in the history books and in civil rights. Sit-ins. Because of the sit-ins, they knew what they were doing. They told you don't move. They practiced spitting on each other, putting ice cream on each other. They practiced it so you couldn't don't because you black. If you blink, it's over. You know what I'm saying? They practiced spitting on each other. So when you really got to the Woolworths counter, it was nothing. And they practiced screaming in each other's face. So when you got there, it was nothing. Because they knew you can't blink, you can't flinch, you can't turn your head, and you just had to sit there. You had to take it. And they won, but you're absolutely right. It's just kind of like, all that has happened. But
it's triggers because
it definitely triggers.
Because we as black people, we still have PTSD from that stuff.
It's in our DNA though.
So it's like even when they had John Lewis on the news, and when they opened up the new Civil Rights Museum, they had him to sit down to the counter and put the earphones on, and he broke down on live news because he said it just brought back all those feelings. He felt like he was back at those counters, literally going through all of that stuff that they did, and I was just like, man, that's something, because like I said, when I sat and I watched Boys in the Hood, I was just like, wow. Like when he got shot and killed,
I mean, that was very...
We literally, practically everybody in the movie theater was crying.
Yeah.
Like, we literally were crying. And like people were walking out of there in like fits of rage. And then I realized, now I see where they got the police out here. Because like they were really angry. Like, it was just like...
And then not only that, it's people from different hoods will come to movie theaters. So you'd have Bloods and Crips coming. So, and then they have Bloods and Crips in the movie. So you're also triggered by a lot of different things, So of course, if you take that emotion, that raw emotion, but then you see your enemy, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have the police there. So that's just like telling niggas like you gotta dress up. They think if you dress up, you ain't gonna act wild or whatever. So you know what I'm saying? You get that. You gotta be buttoned up and everything because they think you gonna act a certain way. I got these gators on. I ain't gonna fight a nigga. But so they have the police there, right? You're going to see this masterpiece, but you've got people from different hoods. But everybody's had that cousin that was shot down that wasn't doing nothing. Everybody's got that brother who was on his way to the military but got shot up or, was shot in the liquor store. And we all know somebody with those stories. If it didn't happen directly, we all know somebody. And just knowing that, or even the possibility that could be me, that could be your brother, that could be you know what I'm saying? So even just having that in your DNA, like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But back to what we were talking about.
Yeah, y'all got real deep.
We got real deep, real fast. I gotta get us out of it.
Y'all.
But just
this is supposed to be a light day.
It's okay. No, I'm bringing this back out. I'm taking this out.
I don't want to get angry.
But I'm taking this out.
Shut up, white man.
I finished my.
I just had a conversation about your ass. I just finished talking about your white ass.
She said I finished my juice.
Yeah, my shit is gone. Like I've actually got 2 sips
right now.
Right.
You sobering up.
But I'm gonna take us out of that. Let's go back to Biggie and Pop.
No, I really feel like, and you had a question too, KB, that you was gonna ask in regards to the
Biggie. Shit
Biggie.
ain't relevant no more. We was talking about Lil' Kim. That's why I wanted to talk.
What were you gonna say about Lil' Kim?
What you gonna say about Lil' Kim, boo boo? What you gonna say?
Nobody wants to hear what she has to say now because she don't look like him, so it's not the same thing.
That's true.
So
she don't like him.
But we still listen to
she like Kim Lee.
We still listen to Michael. We still listen to Michael. We
Kim
still
Lee,
listen to Michael when he made his transformation. When Michael Jackson made his transformation, we was all like, what the fuck? But
because he said good stuff.
I still listen to Man in the Mirror.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
It was like my complexion, and then he was. Yo.
It was a gradual, like, what is going on here? Like, but I read that someone said that in Thriller he already had a bunch of surgeries. I was like, damn, Thriller.
But he was in makeup, so we didn't think about it.
But it was
He had done his nose by
he had done his
So
nose.
he didn't have as much
Yeah,
makeup
he
on as
was
we
a few
thought.
times.
Right, he had done it so much.
He was doing that movie naturally.
He was on shit before we even knew. Like you said, he was on lace fronts before we knew what a lace front was.
But you know what? Getting back to Lil Kim with her transformation.
Lil Kim could write y'all show. Lil Kim had
She was like, 10 degrees of choke
y'all.
Fuck y'all.
Lil Kim.
Think out loud about that.
Had a problem because Charlie Baltimore dated Biggie
Oh,
before
yeah.
he got her face tattoo.
He did.
Okay,
She did.
So Charlie Baltimore said in an interview, she said Biggie did not pay Lil Kim dust. She was a jump off. She was never recognized as a girlfriend.
Yes,
because
I agree.
Biggie liked high yellow girls,
Oh.
and Lil Kim was not that. Faith
I
Evans
can see
and
that,
Charlie
too.
High
Baltimore
yellow.
were high
High
yellow
yellow.
women.
The whole
So,
dynamic.
Lil Kim always was chasing that whole look, so she was chopping and screwing her face,
Right.
you know,
I can see that.
to
That makes sense.
bleaching her skin
Yeah.
because she was chasing that look. And it's like, Lil
She
Kim,
was
I
trying to
met
get
Lil
his
Kim
attention.
in person in the 90s. Lil Kim was a light brown skinned chick.
Brown.
She was
You
cute.
were never, Lil Kim
Yeah.
was never nowhere near your complexion.
No.
Lil Kim might have been maybe a shade or two lighter than you. And I saw her in person. And she still had the bell pepper nose and all that.
And
You
little
know what I'm
rabbit
saying?
teeth, all that.
Yeah. And it
See,
worked
this is
for
why
her.
she did it, because of this shit right here.
No.
No.
You
Kim
just said that
suffered
teeth.
from body dysmorphic, whatever their
That's
shit.
because this shit y'all be
But
saying.
no,
that's why I couldn't be thankful.
this is my thing.
Y'all couldn't pick me
I
up.
don't see nothing wrong
Bell
with
pepper
having
nose
a bell
and
pepper
rabbit
nose.
teeth.
No, I don't see nothing wrong
You
with
have a
having a
Michael
bell pepper
Jackson bell
nose
pepper nose?
and big lips. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. We want to Europeanize all of our features. You know what I'm saying? And then meanwhile, white people over here getting lips so big they can hardly close.
Big booties and shit. They trying to be us and we trying to be them.
Right, like, which one we want to be?
One of my
Lay
friends
out
asked
the
me a
sun,
question,
shade
and
the
it was a
baby.
real good question. She was just like randomly like, I wonder what Kylie would have looked like. And I was like, damn.
Kylie Jenner would have looked like
That's a good
a
question
regular white girl.
because
They
she
all would look like baby.
she made a switch. Well, some of them look.
No.
Have you seen Kim before? She looked like a basic. They all
Kim
do.
had a big ass nose.
Right.
Mhm.
Especially
Right. The
what's
nose,
the big
for
tall
sure.
one?
Chloe.
Chloe would
Oh,
definitely
Jay's
like a
daughter?
goddamn basic.
Chloe was trans looking.
Right. She would
That's
have.
OJ.
She was beastie looking for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
She
So-
could have been.
My vote is for the hair guy, because
What hair?
the hairstylist. Y'all didn't see it? It was the whole thing.
What happened with the
What are
hairstyle?
we doing? You got us, Rod.
Now we in
Pause.
suspense. What happened?
What-
Yeah, we
Y'all
talking
didn't?
Please elaborate. Please
talking about?
elaborate.
Dad.
Chloe's dad?
Oh.
It's not OJ. It's the hairstylist.
What
We'll
hairstyle?
Google this. We'll Google this.
What?
I know what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Who is the hairstyle?
I know what you're talking about now.
You threw me. I was like, what about a hairstylist?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So the hairstylist is Chloe's daddy.
Look at the hairstylist.
You gotta look.
You gotta see the hairstylist.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
seen it
to
on.
me, that
I seen
bitch
it
look
on a
like
tabloid,
OJ.
like in the
You
grocery
what?
store. They had a side by side picture on the magazine in the grocery store.
At the of the barber or the hairstylist.
hmm I'm with it.
Well, she clearly is not a full Kardashian.
Well, you know, Chloe was always the roughest looking one. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
It
because her
was
DNA is
always
different.
you present the other two girls, and then you be like, oh yeah, and
In her.
Here comes Chewbacca. This is my sister.
yeah, that's a sister. She was back room.
I'm coming in like the Goonies. She coming in like the Goonies. Hey, you guys.
I need more
Don't
juice.
forget about me too.
That ain't right, guys.
much did
I like black guys too.
I need more juice. I can't do it.
I'm bigger. I can fuck NBA players. Look, I'm gonna be a great wingman. I promise. I swallow.
You
You know
guys.
what? You know what? Okay.
I need more juice.
Wait, how they gonna Chewbacca?
I can't make that damn noise. It comes from back there.
I should have got more juice.
Oh,
I'm not
oh
prepared.
God. You call Chloe Chewbacca. Oh God.
She is big now.
She big. She about a foot taller than the rest of them.
That's why I'm mad her and Lamar
But you
didn't
know
breed.
what's called it is big
Because that
too.
would have been a good kid. Like a good basketball player, they would have
Meg
been
Thee
good.
Stallion.
With anybody, she could bring with anybody. James Harden, all of them.
She,
You know, Meg Thee Stallion in heels, she about 6'4".
oh, she a big
Yeah,
girl.
she a big girl.
She
But she
a
looks
big
feminine.
solid joker.
She a big.
But she
solid
only
girl.
5'11" though.
KB
that's
5'11".
And
But
heels,
she's
she like
not
6'4".
I wouldn't describe KB as a big girl.
No.
That's what I'm
height,
saying.
too.
I would say she's tall.
No,
Yeah.
but Megan is like a
Megan is she's
Like
a
a-
cornbread fed thick. You know what I'm saying?
red
She, she,
beans.
she a big chick.
Oh, like strip
No.
club thing.
Oh, it's real?
No, she thicker than that. Like
No,
she,
she
They
like
no thicker than strip
She
club
mad.
chicks.
brick
In
house
Atlanta?
thick.
What you talking about?
she a
She
big
mad.
like you know what I'm saying. She a
They
like.
call it solid. Like your mom
I'll put it to you like
solid.
this: if her and you were in a fight, I would say she's gay cute.
But she's real solid.
Well, she
She's
would,
solid.
because I wouldn't throw no punches. You see what I'm saying? I don't hit women, so she would whip my ass. I'll run.
She be like, doop, doop.
She gonna have to catch. She gonna have to catch me.
Yeah, she's this big solid girl. She gotta be at least 210.
Like she look like them type of women that will just pick you up and suck your dick. You know.
Has that happened to you before? How do you know those type of women?
He said she pick you up. Like,
In my thinner days.
That's a little demasculating right there.
I never even heard of
Yeah, that
this
is
shit like
demasculating.
that.
I don't.
Like, yo, put me down, guys.
Oh,
Before
my
I nut.
No, you ever seen the position where the woman puts the man's
Yeah, I
legs
seen
back
it.
and
Yeah,
she
yeah.
sits on top of him?
Right.
Oh, like the reverse missionary they call it. Yeah, reverse missionary.
This has been so interesting.
Stop it.
See what happens when you got too much testosterone in the room?
You take a left every time.
It just take it.
I mean,
off
I've
the-
never done it, KB. I'm just talking about it. Shit.
No.
Damn.
I don't want
The
to.
visual. She said, "Give her his wife pick you up." Wow.
No girl look like she can do that to you.
Oh, we
No,
went
No,
there.
she's not that strong. She's not that strong. I'm gonna just pivot out of this. She's not that strong. We're trying to go back to the gym though. We're trying to, you know what I'm saying, get flexible and shit like that because of what the future holds. You know what I'm saying?
You have
But
to.
she
Wait,
got
see,
that,
now
she got
we
that
can't-
strong throat.
Now we can't have this conversation
Right.
without telling our audience what's going on.
We have to.
We have to.
You didn't pivot today. You
You
didn't
didn't
pivot. You should. You
pivot
left and went to
Well,
the
hold
gym.
up, I traveled.
You talked to the gym.
I traveled.
You should have just changed.
Now, you
travel.
talk too much. Now, okay.
You gonna put
so-
this on me? You slick, and he backing you up. This
I
y'all,
was
y'all
waiting for the pivot. I was
y'all
like,
playing
he
this
didn't.
I
shit.
waited for you
No,
to
you should have
pivot.
just did a crossover.
Right. So like I was
He
saying.
did a crossover for
Back to
sure.
Biggie and Pop.
Right.
All right, I won't put you out there. Back to Biggie Pop.
See, KB, I love KB. I don't like you. I love KB. You too mean. She's like a good. She yin and yang.
We are getting it.
I like that yang. I don't like
Whatever.
your yin.
Whatever. See, I'm not gonna put you out there. Don't make me.
Don't do it.
Okay. Don't make me. So what? Back to what we were talking about,
Yeah.
having the two coasts. What were we talking about? Balls and stuff. I can't even focus.
Whoa, we ain't even say
Hey,
nothing
we
about
did
balls.
say about balls.
Did we say balls?
There you go to balls.
You was thinking about
You
balls.
know, I was
No, you
thinking
were
if you
thinking
pick
about
somebody up,
You were
then the
thinking
balls
about
is right
balls.
here.
Yeah, that's what you was
It's gonna hit your chin. It's
it's gonna hit your
chin.
face. That's what I was
right here.
thinking.
Then you might as well
It's
do
a
that.
chin rest right here.
So
The chin rest is
It's
always
a chin
there.
rest, and your belly button is the semen reservoir.
You
So
wanted to talk about balls. This is what you wanted to do.
I didn't want to
okay,
do
wait, hold on.
yeah, that's what supposed. That's what you're supposed to aim.
What are we doing? I
Wait.
don't understand.
That's right there.
What's
There you
going
go.
on?
Okay, wait. No,
If there's an any,
Right. If it was an Eddie, you good. If it was an Audi, the kisses
I was
everywhere.
just talking about eating outie belly buttons. I was just saying.
I'm belly button.
But
This
no,
is good.
I said.
What the hell?
I
you
said,
said that there are
I
cum
heard it.
reservoirs.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed
that's
to
terrible.
be. Huh?
Well, my,
Don't judge me.
my joke was bad kids have an outie belly button. Just
They
think
do.
about
They
it.
do.
If you think about any bad kids you ever saw, they had an outie belly button. They did.
I know some bad kids with
And it'd be
itties.
real big.
But-
It'd be real big. It'd be this big underneath their t-shirt. You see a belly button this big on the t-shirt, bad as fuck.
Sit down
Oh
somewhere.
my God.
When you put
You
somebody
ain't my
eye
daddy. You
out.
like, oh, shit, this nigga got a whole hernia.
That's what I said. They was about to say. They always gonna say you got a
He
hernia.
got a hernia.
Yeah. I'm like, sit down, Bob.
I can't
Oh,
keep it
man.
Flick your
belly
damn belly button. Come here, love. Flick your fucking belly
button.
button.
Deflate your
You
belly
think that they
button.
will throw up?
I hate y'all. Them the kind of kids that got a dookie. Like,
Mama got a dookie. I got a lot of it. She come there, rub your belly button. It's okay, baby. We ain't gonna eat that no more. This is our
you
belly.
don't eat that. I don't agree with you.
Let's go push your belly button like a reset button. There you go. There you go. You gotta go all better now.
Oh my God.
There you go.
No.
Y'all better now. Go ahead.
I almost spat my water out. You are so stupid. We're supposed to be having a real conversation over here. We
Hey,
can't.
We talked about it though. I don't think nobody will get to Biggie and Tupac's level, period. And that'll just be because they started it, and everybody else has just been following. And not in the same way. Like Tupac wanted to unite the people. Like that's not what Kendrick out here trying to do. Like who's out here trying to just unite the
I don't
people?
think he's not trying. I think it's his.
But that's not his
But
goal.
that's not his
He's
like
trying-
top
he's a
five.
he's a
You
conscious
feel me?
He's trying
conscious.
to uplift black people.
He is trying to uplift us and educate us, and his
The imagery in his videos is a lot of shit to it. That
Yeah, even the Pimp a Butterfly album cover,
Yeah.
like that's.
Everything that
I got
he does,
that
you
on,
have to go
I
back
got the
and
Pimp a Butterfly
listen
on,
or watch or
What's the thing? The old thing?
album.
Album, CD,
Nope. Go backwards.
cassette,
Track?
Record.
Oh.
Album, yeah.
album.
Oh, that's what you
45.
I have that.
Everything's called an album.
I have that on an album as well.
Well,
You do?
you mean you mean
I
an
like
actual album, vinyl.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's what you.
Okay.
Vinyl.
it's still in the plastic. It ain't
Well,
coming out.
I mean, I think that's.
Oh, you're not gonna open it? I
No,
done played
no.
mine.
Don't. You're not supposed to do that.
What the fuck you get it for?
I mean, you
Those are- it's a
They're
collection.
I
collector's
didn't
items.
buy it to sell it. I'm
You
not a
need two.
collector.
You need two. One to
But
buy,
look,
one
if
to
you had that thing for 20, 30 years and then one day they say it's worth,
30,000.
a million, guess what? You're going to wish you didn't play it.
Right. You be like, damn it, wouldn't work that much.
That's not my goal, man. I got it for the classicness of it. I felt like it belonged. That album belongs on vinyl.
I agree.
Guess what?
It sounds different.
I got a
Put a
magazine.
basket
I got
in
the
the
Essence
bathroom.
magazine, the Ebony
It is in
magazine.
my
I got all those
You got a
magazines
basket in your bathroom? Nigga, I just said it.
I got office.
I said
They
he's
still
still
in
in
the
the
bag,
basket out of the
still
bathroom.
in
He
the
said, "I got
closet."
mine in the
We got
bathroom.
some money
You
with
got
that.
what?
The Basquiat, the artist, the painter,
In
put
the
the shit in
bathroom?
his bathroom.
Jean-Michel
You
Basquiat.
gotta have that shit like by your foyer or something. In the
Hold on,
living
who got
room.
it in the bathroom? Who got it in the bathroom?
Wait a minute. Maybe
There
I
ain't
don't
no
understand
original
what
Jean-Michel
a
Basquiat.
Basquiat is.
That's the
It's
artist.
a paint.
No, I thought you were talking.
Oh,
about
okay.
I was like,
I
You
don't
made my
have paintings in
eyeballs
my
hurt,
bathroom,
John. I was
okay.
like, wait a minute
not in
now.
the bathroom.
I was
Yeah,
like, not in the
No,
bathroom.
that's worse.
No, what they do
Some
get?
money.
Okay.
That's where Claudia put it.
The word of the day.
It's Dookie. Is this?
You don't agree. You don't agree
What? With
with,
Claudia?
with Dookie.
Oh no, we don't. I don't like.
What if it's moist?
I don't say that word. I feel like I'm trying
What if it's moist dookie?
to, oh God, you gonna make compound words. You gonna compound this.
So better yet,
That's gonna make my head explode. Like,
Oh, this is terrible.
this is terrible. Gina walked out the room.
He had to take a Dookie.
Speaking of dookie, we'll be right back. Speak amongst yourselves.
Oh God.
Where is he at?
She had nigga
Oh my God, you guys! I cannot do
Okay, I can't do this either.
I
So
can't deal.
how long have we been going?
don't
I thank
know.
you guys for
I
coming.
can't deal.
I can't deal with this either. It's 2.5 hours, you guys.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Is it time to go?
I mean, I think we pretty much summed it up
Let's
that
wrap it up.
Tupac and Biggie were immortalized. We don't think maybe in our generation people are gonna really get there. There's too many caveats.
I don't even think it's our generation. I think, period. I don't think anybody will.
If we'll reach that pinnacle. You never
I
know.
think Kendrick will, but it's gonna take a while.
I don't think so.
I don't
You
think
don't
he's,
put out enough
I
music.
don't think so.
he's not vocal enough.
He's not vocal enough. I don't think
His
he's
music
not.
is great.
I feel like Tupac was such a
His
revolutionary.
music is better than
And he had so
Tupac.
much passion, and then he actually had the actual like the fortitude to back it up. You know what I'm saying? Like his grandmother or his, how he was taught.
Yeah, he
like,
had
the
the
real
intent of
Black,
Black
Panther.
Panther, yeah, he
Like
was-
you know what I'm saying? He was a
He had
real.
all the ties.
Like that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
We got that shit from.
Shut up. And
From
you can't.
being in New York and Baltimore, nigga, not in L.A. Sorry.
I seen the movie. He was in.
Right? He was. He got that shit from being in New York.
I seen
and
the
being in
movie.
Baltimore.
But
He got Thug Life
he
and stuff. That's
moved-
when y'all got.
He
We let y'all
moved
borrow.
when he was in high school to the Bay Area.
I think it matters what you identify with.
It's exactly. It's your informative years.
does matter.
Then I'm from Germany.
You one of them niggas?
It matters what. No, don't do
What
that.
you identify with? Really? You wanna go there?
Shit, that was the sensitive subject. That was the wrong word.
And it is how it's your affirmative views. That's what you identify with. That's what it means.
Affirmative views is what I meant.
Oh, okay.
That's what it means. Because I'm just like, I'm not gonna run around saying, "Oh, I'm from Germany." Okay, no, I'm from the West Coast. That's where I literally had my informative years.
Oh no, I see a little German in you.
There is, but what I'm saying is that that's where, like, I got who I am, grew into myself.
It was
my
cold
own.
there. It was real
It
cold.
was cold, yes, cold and gloomy. But
Damn.
Pac is from the Bay Area. It's fine.
We let y'all borrow. That's okay.
It's fine.
I see why they would want
Both-
to keep him though.
I don't know. I guess I would want to keep him too.
Come
He
on.
was born in New York. He moved and went to school in Baltimore, and then he moved.
left.
Well, it became that
left
whole
at 13.
war of
You
the
left
coast.
too.
You know what I'm saying? So
Go to
that's
college? What the fuck? To live?
You're not here. You're not there now.
I only left because of
You're an
at the
AT
time, I
alien
was
at this
dodging a lot
point.
of shit. So
I've
that's
been
why
here
I
20
left.
years, and I still
Yeah.
claim the West Coast. Ball.
Yeah, I've been here for a minute too.
I've been here for so
I still
long.
go home and do all that shit. I still at work. I got to disguise my damn. They be like, yo, you talk like, nah, I mean, we talk proper.
You had to
Proper.
take that New York
You talk
Angel
proper.
voice.
Yeah, I gotta talk proper. Yes, how you doing? I don't like doing it. As soon as it's done, I'm like, oh, woo, fuck.
You're like, breathe
I
now,
can breathe again.
son.
Word up,
Somebody
man.
go find my Tim.
Chris is the-
I get caught sometimes. Sometimes I was like, nigga, let me tell you something, man. Oh, no. Let me catch myself.
Yo, buddy.
you have to press the reset hernia.
I press the reset button on me.
So the Bronx can come out, that New York.
Yeah, so.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming. I'm sweating like a dog.
Thank you guys.
So I think we pretty much have our answer.
Dogs don't sweat.
Well, I don't know what we got there. You know what?
Dogs don't sweat.
Damn it, John.
I know. I'm not gonna get him on.
I like to throw shit out.
He
Look
do.
right.
But do pigs sweat? Because people be like, I be sweating
Smell
like
like
a
a
pig.
pig.
Does a
I
pig
guess
sweat?
they do, but
Oh,
he's
I
saying
see.
dogs
I
don't
don't
sweat, but we don't know. Thank you
They
guys
don't.
for
They don't
coming
sweat. They don't sweat.
again. The other CJ,
Yeah.
John David.
John David, Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Like the actor.
And our friend James here. I'm your girl CJ Ray.
I'm KB. Hey, y'all.
And this is episode 4. Check us out next week. And we drop every Thursday at midnight. And you can find us where?
Thinking Out Loud Network and Degrees and Chuck T's everywhere.
Every platform. All right, y'all. Till next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace.
Degrees and Chuck T's, bitch.